Good evening, Council. It is Monday, January the 27th, 2014. Madam Clerk, it's about a minute after 7. Council, first I need a motion to resume. Councillor Peary, Councillor Thompson, all in favor? Contrary? That's carried. Thank you very much. Motion to adopt the additional items as was circulated. That's the library, the cultural center, the operating budget, and for this historical society, and the operating budget for fire and emergency service. In addition, the cultural center provided a revised document for us this evening, so that motion would have to indicate that we're accepting the revised. Councillor Thompson, you seconding? Moving, pardon me. Councillor Humphrey seconding. Questions on that, please? All in favor? Contrary? That's carried. Thank you very much. And we do have someone who wished to speak, so I would ask them to come up to the microphone now, please, the podium. With respect to public consultation. And if I could ask you to give us your name and address, please.
Good evening. My name is Svetoslav. I'm at 224 Crescent in Aurora. And is it better now?
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm actually making a suggestion tonight at the public consultation with respect to the budget review of the town to also have a look at the room booking process at the town, and specifically the booking of rooms for non-profit groups who are contributing to the town. I know that there is a process defined in terms of fee structure associated for the room booking at the town, but I would like to suggest a review of who qualifies for fee waiver, and in specifics I do have two suggestions. One is the non-profit groups to be defined as clearly non-profit groups contributing to the town, and to qualify for room booking without fee on a certain basis. Say they can have a monthly meeting, for example, or bi-weekly meetings with the length of 2 or 3 hours. This will kind of really put a clear ground and basis for who can book the rooms at the town hall. And in specific, for example, I can suggest new groups who are trying to build opportunities at the communities. I recently started with my husband an European club in Aurora, and would really appreciate a support from the town if we can book a room for the European club without paying a fee when we are establishing the club. As a return to the town, for example, for the European club, I see a connect between different cultures, European cultures, and people who are interested overall from a cultural tradition, European cultural tradition and history. And also, why not moving forward and establish connection with Lakes in Sweden, and even present to the town about the achievements of this club. And going further into this direction, to be clear and specific who qualifies and who actually returning back to the community in order to book the rooms free of charge, I'm suggesting the town to take an approach of creating a municipality registry, and in this register to proceed with a more formal registration of the clubs and non-profit groups in Aurora, with clear definition of their goals, purposes, and members and contributions to the town, with a commitment, more strong commitment, say, for these clubs to have monthly events for contributing back to the community, and also once a year to present to council. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Topozo. We appreciate you coming forward. We'll refer your suggestion to our Director of Parks and Recreation, who handles all the fees. Thank you. Thank you. We will move to the 2014 operating budget. And there's going to be a presentation made by Ms. Foster, the CEO of the library. So if I could ask Ms. Foster to come forward, please. It's Team Library. And who are you, sir?
Oh, glad you asked. Good evening, Mayor Daw and members of council. My name is Matt Maddox, and as chair of the Aurora Public Library Board, I'd like to thank you for the opportunity to present the library's 2014 operating budget. I'd like to make mention that several members of our board, in addition to several of the APL staffers, are in attendance here with us this evening, and also acknowledge our board members from council, Councillors Sandra Humphreys, Councillor Mike Thompson, and Councillor Paul Peary. The Aurora Public Library is an engaging place and a well-regarded community asset that contributes to the economic and social development of our community. This budget was prepared by library staff and received board approval at our November 20th, 2013 meeting. It is a maintenance budget that allows the APL to offer continued high-quality service levels. This budget ensures Aurora residents will continue to enjoy the traditional library services that they have come to rely on, and will build upon the innovative programming and new collections that have been introduced in the recent years. The Aurora Public Library offers more than just books to borrow. We offer community spaces to meet, to learn, and support skills development. We offer access to technology with our computer workstations, Wi-Fi, and our knowledgeable staff. The APL helps residents improve their literacy, enhance education and employment opportunities, and improve their quality of life through our collections, services, and programs for all age groups, skill levels, and interests. We respectfully ask you to consider the following budget request. Thank you again for your continued support of the Aurora Public Library. I'll now hand presentation of the budget over to Jill Foster, the CEO of the Aurora Public Library.
Your Worship and members of council, it's a pleasure to be here this evening. Thank you. So our mission is all about discovery and inspiration, and underpinning that mission is our commitment to literacy, lifelong learning, and the love of reading in general. I'd like to point out that today, January 27th, is National Family Literacy Day, so it's very appropriate that I'm standing here this evening asking for your support for our 2014 budget as we continue the work for literacy in Aurora. I think I need an assistant. The library is a significant contributor to the quality of life here in Aurora. With our services, we promote an informed and involved citizenry. We also promote literacy and lifelong learning, and study after study shows that literacy is a key indicator of success in life, both social, educational, and personal. So we do our best to provide that link to the people of Aurora, and also to provide opportunities for skill development in the library, for job searches, for upgrading, etc. We provide free access to current technology, and we have the support of trained staff who can meet with the public and help them to use that technology to its utmost. This is also an aspect of digital literacy, which is another aspect of literacy that we are becoming more and more involved in as the years go on. We promote an inclusive and culturally diverse community. We welcome and orient newcomers to Aurora and help their transition to a new home. All in all, we promote a sense of community identity and well-being. In 2013, our usage was, in the main, up overall. Our items borrowed in-library use of material, wireless connections, use of e-resources, all of those are up over from 2012. The one item that is lower is the use of our 42 public computers, and that coincides quite neatly actually with an increase in the wireless use at the library in 2012 or 2013. What we're finding is people are coming in with their own devices and are not using as much our fixed computers, although that is still a very important service that we provide. Not everyone has a mobile device, but we are seeing a bit of a trend, which is it's interesting. Our program attendance was also up over 2012, so we're working hard to keep that strong. The next slide is just an array of photos of events that have taken place over the year at the library and outside the library. So our key achievements in 2013. We improved the bandwidth for public access for the internet. People are always wanting a better and faster connection, and we're trying our best to supply that need. We increased our investment in new and popular formats such as ebooks, online databases, downloadable content, and audiovisual materials. And our DVD circulation in particular is very solid and continues to grow. And it probably will for a few more years, so we are filling that need. At the same time, we maintained a diverse and a solid print collection because print is still 70% of our circulation. So although ebook circulation is growing, we still are primarily a print-based operation. We also prepared for the transition to BiblioCore. That's our new interactive catalog, which we launched last Monday evening or Monday afternoon. This is an opportunity for our users to take control of their own reading and their own library use. They are able to post reviews of items they've read. They can follow people with similar reading tastes. They can create lists of books they would like to read, and it's all saved online and on their account. And they can also keep track of what they've read. We often got questions from patrons wanting to know, have I read this yet? Did I take this out last year? And we can't answer that because of privacy concerns. We don't keep that information. So this will be a great way for people to be able to track their own reading. We also placed a library drop box at the Aurora GO station for the convenience of commuters and also to perhaps service a little better the northeast quadrant of town. We strengthened our community engagement through a variety of outreach, particularly with the Aurora's Farmers Market, events at Hillary House, visits to daycares, schools, senior centres. We do that as a rule. We increased participation in the Toronto Dominion Summer Reading Club this year, primarily, I believe, because of staff going out to the schools and promoting it. It's a really important program in the summer. If we have a child who's a new reader or a struggling reader, if they stop reading in June, when they go back to school in September, it takes that much longer for them to get back to the point they were at in June. So we really encourage them to keep the reading habit throughout the summer. We also engaged Aurorans in sesquicentennial celebrations throughout the year, a short story contest, a local author event, and a very popular History Monday Facebook series. Looking ahead to 2014, we organized our business plan around our three main strategic plan goals of engaging the community, collaborating and partnering, and mobilizing knowledge. We intend to expand our capability for community involvement by developing interior layout and design improvements. We want to create meeting and activity space that we don't currently have so that we can foster innovation and attract more users and perhaps non-users to the library with these spaces. We're also going to launch a One Book, One Aurora initiative that we hope will have all of Aurora reading the same book and joining in a community conversation about it. We're pretty excited about this project. We're also planning for the future. We're going to survey the community to determine the library space and service needs in the years ahead. Collaborate and partner. We intend to, among other things, continue our collaborative efforts with our community partners, such as the Aurora Cultural Centre, the Historical Society, the York Region Library Settlement Partnership, and current work with the Cultural Master Plan Steering Committee. We're also going to investigate targeted non-traditional partnership opportunities. We tried last summer, we went to a soccer tournament to promote the library and to provide information on our service. Mother Nature didn't cooperate, but we are not going to be deterred. We will try again. We're also going to promote more connections with business groups and the Chamber of Commerce and perhaps with faith groups. And we are holding an all-candidates meeting at the Town Hall to prepare for the 2014 municipal election, which some of you may have heard is in the offing. For mobilizing knowledge, we are going to invest in our staff and our systems. We need to maintain our service levels and stay up to date with technology. Technology is not something that you can leave for 5 years and then catch up. We need to keep up to date and do it incrementally. We also intend to meet the demand for mobile computing for the public. We're launching a pilot shortly of tablets that can be loaned for use within the library, so we're hoping that that will be a very popular service. To meet the evolving needs of society, the increased use of mobile devices. And we're also going to increase public awareness and access around the library's technological advances. Our budget process is fairly straightforward, as Matt has alluded to. Our departmental heads met to review our service plan for the year and to come up with a budget. Then it was drafted by our administration group. It was then approved at the library board meeting in November, and now we are here tonight. So our framework is mainly to present a maintenance budget. Our library usage is up overall, but for 2014, we are able to maintain our current staff complement. We're also able to maintain costs for our existing services and programs, and we will also be investing in technological infrastructure improvements, as well as the staff training so that they have the expertise to assist the public. This is the cost of connectivity, it's the cost of doing business. We need to maintain that. And we also want to maintain our contribution to the Library General Capital Reserve required to keep up with our repair and replacement of furniture and equipment, for service development, and for planning studies. So this is a broad comparison of our 2013 budget and our 2014 request. The operating budget request, again, is based on a maintenance service plan. And at our current level of service, this translates to a 3.3 increase over 2013. And I'll have a little bit more to say about that going forward. So the pressures on our budget process this year were primarily three: personnel, overall other expenditures, and general revenue. So our personnel costs are increasing. In 2014, we estimate at $80,621. We're on a grid. All our staff are going through the steps, so that automatically means that there's an increase. We also, at the time of drafting our budget, we're anticipating an increase in cost of our benefits for staff, as well as a general wage increase that all staff receive. So that amounts to 2.4% of the 3.3 of the total amount. The other expenditures are primarily technology, again keeping up with the needs of the industry and the overall cost of doing business. We tried very hard to keep that number at a very reasonable 0.8%. And the final factor is our general revenue. Our revenues were down in 2013. Most of our revenue comes from fees and fines. We are quite restricted in how we can raise funds by the Public Library Act. So our fines went down considerably because we do this very kind thing and we notify people when their materials are just about to come due. It's a service they very much appreciate, but it means they are less and less having overdue fines. The other aspect is we are increasing our circulation of e-resources, e-books. E-books are never overdue. They are just automatically returned when they're due, so therefore they do not generate any fine revenue. So basically that's why our fine revenue is down, and I anticipate that trend will likely continue. So the 3.3 increase that was indicated in the previous slide must be considered in relation to the library's share of growth revenue that's added to the 2013 budget requisition that we received. And when the 2013 requisition is adjusted by a 1.6% growth assessment, and the 1.6 rate was given to us by Mr. Elliott, the library's tax-funded increase will in fact be 1.7% rather than 3.3. So for every dollar that you invest in the library, we receive a benefit to the social and economic life of Aurora. We average approximately 1,000 visits a day at the library, so it's a busy, busy place, and that's just the way we like it. Our reference and readers advisory, as you can see, is a very healthy 17,420 requests, and that's despite Google and despite the internet. It's up over last year, which was up over the year before. People still need the expertise of staff. They still come in for the resources that we have and need the assistance that we can provide. And a lot of that assistance revolves around technology, software, and social media support. We're doing more and more of that. Still a lot of fact-based questions, research-based questions, but more and more it has relating to technology, how to use an e-reader, what kind of tablet to buy, that kind of thing. So over 6,000 of those sorts of questions every year. And we estimate the operating cost for library service per resident to be approximately $58.96, and that's based on 2012 MPMP figures. So in conclusion, I would just like to point out that many of the values that the library provides to Aurora cannot be quantified or measured as easily as our circulation statistics perhaps or our program attendance. But we do add considerably to the quality of life in Aurora, and I think it's an expectation that people who live here and who want to move here, they expect to have a strong, vibrant library. And with your ongoing support, we will continue to do that in ways both quantitative and qualitative. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to do my best to answer them.
Thank you very much, Ms. Foster. Linda, could you put the motion up on the screen, please? Council, the motion should be that we receive the presentation by Ms. Foster and that we approve the library budget as presented, realizing that our option is to approve or not approve. We have no input as to how the budget is actually apportioned within the library. So if someone would put that on the floor, please. Councillors Humphreys and Thompson. Comments or questions for Ms. Foster, please? Well, there's got to be one comment for her. Councillor Gartner.
Hi, thank you very much for coming. Do you know what the in-library use of materials was for last year?
I might just have that.
Or are these, sorry, for the 2012
That
year?
was for 2013, but for 2012 I do have it somewhere in this, yes. Last year it was 76,648.
Thank you. You said the library is primarily a print-based service. Do you see that changing over the next few years?
Absolutely. That 70% number is pretty much flatlining. So, and we're starting to see e-materials increasing. So, while I don't think we will ever not have books or not want to have books, people will always want print, in my opinion. There is definitely a shift happening, and it will continue over the next few years. Thank you.
How will that affect the need for space, re-expansion or not expansion?
Over the long term, that it may be a factor. I don't see in the next 20 years that there will be such a large shift that will be significant, that will impact significantly on the space we have. But if we were considering a second location, there's many things to consider, one of which is maybe we don't want to replicate what we have. Maybe we want a brand new type of service that isn't book-oriented. That's also a trend that's happening. So those are all things that would need to be considered as we assess that whole project.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you properly.
Oh, sorry.
Even my fault. You mentioned 20 years. You can see there being enough space for the next 20 years?
That's just my gut feeling. I don't have any scientific proof to give you for that, but that's my feeling.
Thank you. And you did say tablets for use within the library?
Yes.
So how does that work, please?
We've purchased 10 Chromebooks, which are produced by Google, and we are going to be circulating them like a reference book, basically, in the library. Ultimately, we expect that those will be circulated to take home, but for the pilot that we're launching in the next few months, then people can use them in the library as opposed to using a tethered workstation, or to get the feel of a tablet, to see if they like a tablet, to see how it works.
Thank you. I
Counselor?
think the last question is cost of maintaining service. Could you explain that a little more?
Well, as I said, it's a maintenance budget, so the only increases really are our personnel costs and the cost of doing business. Everything has an increase every year that we have to factor in, as well as technology definitely is an aspect that we do have to continue to stay up to date, and so that's a cost of doing business, but it's not, there's nothing, for instance, we're not investing in a new automated library system. It's nothing significant. It's just the gradual improvement in the services that we offer.
Thank you.
Other comments or questions for Ms. Foster? Councillor Ballard, Councillor Gallo.
Thank you, and thank you for your presentation. And every year we hear about the good things that the library is doing, and every year I like to say how much my family gets out of the library and has right from, well, they were about this big when they started showing up to the library, and I think that has a lot to do with all of their love of reading to this very day. So good work with that. A couple of comments. The book drop at the GO station. I don't know how well that's being used, but I've actually heard from some people who I don't know if they're using it, but they saw it and they thought it was really a great idea. So
I don't think the use is overwhelming, but that's the kind of thing that's slow to build. It's probably not in the best place to be highly used either, but it was out of our hands. Metrolinx dictated where it went, but I think it will grow.
Yeah. Good. Well, it's been seen, and even if those people who talk to me about it aren't using it, I think it helps with the overall image of progressive image of the library. I always have one bugaboo, and I'll raise it again. Will we one day be able to renew our membership online?
We have that discussion as a staff group as well. The thinking is, when it's done in person, we can ensure that all the details that we need are indeed accurate, that your address hasn't changed, that we still have an accurate phone number, and that we get to talk to you in person and tell you about the library if there's something happening that we think might be of interest. I can understand how much easier it would be to do it online, and it's certainly not out of the realm of possibility. But
and it's usually when someone needs to renew it at 2 a.m. when they're using your online research facilities.
Yes.
So that was one thing, and the other comment is people discovering ebooks, and you've obviously seen that. How does that work? Is it cheaper to buy a license for ebooks or print books?
Ebooks is quite a quagmire actually with the publishing world. It costs libraries more to buy ebooks than it does for you to buy an ebook for your own personal use.
Right.
The publishers don't like libraries offering ebooks. So it's a battle that we're waging nationally, really. It's not cheaper, but it's popular, and it's not going to go away, so we continue to purchase, even though the terms are not necessarily the best for libraries.
Okay, so we'll see more ebook titles and more licenses and that sort of thing, even though it's expensive. I guess the last question, and I think I ask this one every year, and I'm not sure if I have the terminology down properly, but there's contribution to capital this year, a gain of $130,000. Do you know what that fund is at? I don't know if Mr. Elliott or you. Am I correct?
Not off the top of my head, but it is healthy. I can tell you that. I don't want to say a number because I know I'll be wrong, but I can get it for you, and I'll let you know what it is.
Perhaps, Ms. Foster, you could just email that out.
Or Mr. Elliott may have it nearby. I'm not too sure. Through you, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Elliott, do you have that?
Through you, Mr. Mayor, the ending balance at the end of 13 is estimated at $421,000.
Okay. Thank you.
Councillor Gallo.
Thank you, Ms. Foster, and just congratulate you and the board for all the work you do. It's definitely a valued asset in the community. Just two, hopefully, quick questions. I'm not sure what slide it is, but it's the 2014 budget highlights. Do you happen to have the 2013 projected actuals to give me a sense of, we often compare budget to budget, and I often like to compare actuals to budgets. And if you don't have that now,
I don't have
that's
them
okay.
with me
But if
tonight,
I could,
but I can get them to you.
okay, perfect. The other question, you may not have this answer either, but it just curious to get a sense of if we know at all if there's any way of even indicating not the demographics, but what's the comparison between residents in Aurora using the library as opposed to people outside of our community? Do you have any sense of that?
You mean how many people from outside of Aurora are members of have library cards at Aurora Public Library?
Yeah, and visit and use a facility. And
I don't have a number, although I know anecdotally there are quite a few. We require anyone who doesn't live in Newmarket or Aurora to pay an annual fee, so that does cut down somewhat on the out of Aurora usage. But a lot of people use the library without a card. We know, for instance, on Mondays the Newmarket Library is not open, and we do get a fair bit of traffic from Newmarket residents on Mondays. Again, I'm not sure of the exact figures, but we could pull those up. The issue with where people live is and how many members we have is something that we struggle with. We really try and concentrate more on how much the library is used, no matter whether it's a card-carrying member or someone who's just in to attend a program or read a magazine in the library. So we really try and focus more on usage as opposed to membership, no matter where people come from.
And I can, through you, Mr. Mayor, I can appreciate that. The question for me is where I sit in terms of budgeting, and obviously the taxpayers of Aurora pay for the facility, and if the sense is that the majority are from here, overwhelming majority are from here, I have no issues if we're adding a fee to someone else that's outside of our community. But if it's not that, if that's not the case, then it becomes somewhat of a different picture in terms of the taxpayers of Aurora funding a library that people from outside the community benefit.
Right. I think I can say with confidence that the overwhelming majority of residents make up the bulk of our membership. And if you would like, I will follow up and get you some kind of numbers on that.
Great. Thank you.
Councillor Thompson.
Thank you. And thank you for the presentation, Ms. Foster. And it's nice to see the entire library board out this evening. Just a couple quick things. Councillor Gallo mentioned about those that live outside the community using the library. It's my recollection that anybody outside the community pays a fee for their library card to help offset that cost of them using it. Is that correct?
Yes. Anyone other than an Aurora or a Newmarket resident pays a fee. Yes.
And how do you base that fee? We
kind of look at what it costs the residents to get the service and base it on that.
Great. Councillor Gardner touched on it a little bit with regards to e-books and the impact that it's having on the library. I know that the board is very much concerned and thinking about the future and sort of planning. And then you touched about it briefly in your presentation about innovation, but maybe for some of those around the table who aren't so familiar, you can sort of explain some of the ideas or projects being put out there, like the Maker Lab, just to help reinforce the fact that the library will always want to be forefront in the community.
And that's a service that's very much in the news right now. A lot of libraries are getting into the maker culture in dedicating space or carving out some space in their library. It's not a cutting edge issue anymore, but it's something that we're certainly going to be embarking on. We actually did receive grant funds and have purchased a 3D printer, and we're just now in the process of sort of preparing how we will present that to the public, how they can use it, what best use we can make of it. We're hoping to attract perhaps traditional non-users, people I have mentioned it to who are not necessarily library users, their eyes kind of light up when I say 3D printer. So I think it might be a real magnet for people who don't normally think of the library as a place for them. We've also made some stabs at having little small maker events at the library, specifically for youngsters. We've done Lego projects and group puzzle making, drop-in kinds of things. But there's a wide range of technology that we could utilize. We need to reorient the space within the library somewhat in order to provide the best opportunity for presenting those types of services. And so that's the kind of thinking that we're going through this year as we look at the space we have and how we can better use it for that kind of innovative service delivery that we're interested in providing.
Thank you, Ms. Foster. I'm sure that everybody recognizes that libraries aren't just for books anymore. And it's an exciting transition. I know for myself, sitting around the table, hearing all the ideas that are being expressed and thought about and pursued, whether it be at the Aurora Public Library or elsewhere, it's an exciting time, and I look forward to seeing it all come to fruition.
Councillors Humphrey and Gardner.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you again, Ms. Foster, for coming out tonight, and our president, our chair, Matt, and not only all the members of the board, but also staff that's come out tonight. Thank you so much. Great presentation, and I just wanted to share what you touched on. I don't want to be repetitive, Councillor Thompson, but about the Maker Lab, and I noticed that Toronto Library has had a big, on CP24, 3D printer at our library. I'm thinking, we have one too. So I just want to, so excited. So I just want to thank you and staff and the team and the board just for the forward thinking and allowing our community to have such a resource here at home. And I think it's something we really, really should be proud of. I got to go to a few Souls meetings. I understand I was kicked out of that position and someone else was voted in, but that's okay. Only kidding. But it's wonderful to sit around that table and hear, what other libraries in neighboring municipalities and from afar as well, and some of the challenges and struggles they have, and how the community is, maybe not being fulfilled by what they're delivering, and yet ours is continuing to be such a value add in our resident, for our residents. So thank you again for your continuing efforts and just great work.
Well, I think a lot of the thanks must go to council, because without your support, we wouldn't do what we do. So it's a win-win.
Councillor Gardner.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Following up on Councillor Ballard's question about online registration, I believe that there is a possibility for people with accessibility issues to register online.
Yes, there is. Yes, we do make accommodations.
Thank you very much for that. And also for all of the interesting initiatives for community involvement that the library has done this year. And we're looking forward to Aurora Reads.
Good.
You'll be back to tell us more about that?
I would love to. Once we get it off the ground, I'd love to come back and tell you about it.
Thank you.
Any other comments or questions for Ms. Foster? Thank you very much for coming, Ms. Foster. Thanks to the board for coming out. We appreciate that. And thanks to the staff for coming out and showing your support. I just had a quick comment, and that was on the MyAPL project that one of your staff members led last year and the year before. And I think it's just a great way that shows that the library is looking at alternate ways to engage the community. So I would highly encourage you to keep up things like that. So thank you very much for coming, and thank you very much for the service you provide to our community. Council, all those in favor of the motion, please. Contrary? That is carried. And you have to stay because you clapped, you have to stay for the rest of the meeting, okay? Next up, we have the operating budget 2014 for the Aurora Cultural Center. We have Mr. Frank Poulenberg, who's the president of the board, and Ms. Laura Chambry, the executive director of the Cultural Center.
Which side do you want to stand? Good evening. My name is Frank Poulenberg. I'm the president of the Cultural Center Board, and to my right is Laura Chambry, our executive director. I want to begin by thanking you, Mayor Daw, and councillors and town staff for everything you've done for the center over the years, and in particular this year. I've had a great year. Excited to tell you all about it.
I also want to thank our staff, our volunteers, board members, supporters. We have representatives from all those bodies here with us tonight. Thanks for being with us here, and thanks for all that you've done throughout 2013. Our story is your story, and we're proud and excited to present our 2014 budget this evening. So let's get started. We'll go through a number of points this evening. Our mission, vision, and values, a recap of what it is that we do. We'll go right into 2013 achievements, into the budget, how the budget stands with respect to overall trends. Always nice to put the budget in context, and then a recap. So to begin, I hope this isn't too much of a review, so we'll just kind of breeze through this in the interest of time. We put together a strategic plan last year, which carries us through to 2015, which outlines our vision, which is to be a vibrant center of cultural and social activity in the heart of Aurora, celebrating the value of creative arts, culture, and heritage, and enriching the quality of life of our community. That's our vision, what we want to do day in and day out. How we want to do it is our mission. We deliver a diverse range of inspiring artistic, music, and heritage programs, and promote Aurora as a dynamic community that values the creative contributions of its citizens. We proudly showcase local, emerging, and established talent for our community to enjoy, and that's how we do things day in and day out. And we have a great deal of fun doing it. Our goals for this period of time are, we have 5 goals, 2013 to 15. The first one is to deliver great programming that is related to arts, culture, and heritage. We want that programming to be diverse and accessible and appealing to a growing audience. Number 2 is to establish and sustain really great partnerships and relationships with our stakeholders. I'll give you a little bit of a recap about how we did on that one as we go along. Number 3 is to make sure that we're securing sufficient resources to achieve the goals defined by the plan and in order to contribute more fully to the well-being of our community. Number 4 is to be a respected role model for the type of organization that we are across many different stakeholder groups. And number 5 is to be recognized as a vibrant and accessible center of activity within town and even outside of town. You'll see later on that we have goals and aspirations in 2014 that relate directly to these 5 overriding goals. So what we do, right at the center of our kind of reason for being is programming. There you see in there the 6 types of programming that we deliver to our community. Surrounding programming is fundraising, events, corporate sponsorships. We've recently launched a Friends of the Center program, non-town grants. All of that is related to fundraising. And then on the periphery are facility rentals. So we rent out rooms within the center. We don't ever want that to be the sole reason for what we do, but many people like the building. They want to do business in there, and we rent out our rooms to them so that they can do so. So that's kind of a recap of why we do things and what it is that we do, and so we'd like to now kind of share with you our 2013 achievements, and I'd like to turn it over to Laura, who's going to start with programming. You want me to drive?
Yes, please.
Yeah, okay.
So our concerts highlights. Fiddlefire was our first venture into children's musical programming. This was presented by the lead of a multi-award-winning band, the Sultans of String, and it was a musical tour around the world where children were invited on the stage to play a variety of instruments. It really was an interactive rock concert for little kids. Our Sweet Dreams concert was our first musical and theatrical combo. This was not just an impersonation of Patsy Cline, but rather the highest quality of educational tribute performance with a live 5-piece band and a complete recounting of the life and history of Patsy Cline from a child performer to the Grand Ole Opry. John Sheard presented, he is the artistic director of CBC Radio's Vinyl Cafe, and at our request, he created a musical series specifically for the center. And he brings with him a selection of his favorite musical collaborators, each with a unique talent and musical style. And if you were with us on Friday night, we had John Sheard sold-out concert with the renowned guitarist Wendell Ferguson. He works in the Chet Atkins style. and we have 3 concerts that he's designed specifically for us. We have the Great Artist Piano Series, and this is a vibrant mix of world-class Canadian and international classical music centered around the center's piano. In 2013, we saw our first piano duo. This was 2 pianists on 1 piano. And then we experienced a wonderful trio of piano, violin, and cello, along with the great William Wolfram in a very rare solo performance, as well as a solo performance by Chu Feng Huang. Also, something that's not on the slide that I would like to mention is that we had a really great indie concert, and we brought in Reed Jameson, and he's an upcoming indie singer-songwriter who had just sold out the Winter Garden Theatre as part of Scott Garby's The Kennedy Suite, and he gave us another full house at the center. Youth programming, the My Aurora, it was our nod to the 150th. This was a season-long celebration of Aurora's 150th birthday from a youth perspective. It began at March break with free skill-building workshops and accumulated in a lengthy display of youthful creative writing and photography in the Great Hall Gallery. The community was then invited to contribute to the display by adding their reflections on what Aurora means to them to the walls and on playful bunting. The Aurora High School Art Show 2013 saw our 3rd annual large art show from the students. Last year, the exhibition was entirely student-led and driven due to the teacher board negotiations. The center connected directly with the students when it looked like the event that they'd been looking for so long just might not happen. And we guided the students through the process of curating, hanging, labeling, promoting, opening, and managing a full-scale exhibition in a public art gallery setting. It was an overwhelming success, and just recently the 2014 exhibition took place, this time with the teachers once again fully involved. Family events. The Victorian Christmas Afternoon. This is an annual family favorite with many of our visitors coming back year after year to enjoy sweets from a local bakery, generously provided every year by our MP Lois Brown. They also enjoyed the live music, the heritage and first-rate theater from a professional dramatic troupe. For March break, throughout March break week, we offered free family activities for those who did not leave town. The family craft afternoons were facilitated by an art instructor who was assisted by student volunteers. The activity room downstairs was buzzing with multi-generations of families. As part of our annual summer program launch, and in part to help showcase the Aurora collection, we engaged a facilitator to provide a program of family-focused heritage crafts. We moved the activity upstairs to be in Great Hall Gallery, adjacent to the Aurora Room, where the Historical Society was ensconced, welcoming the public to the 150th display. Heritage crafts such as silhouettes, calling cards, and celebratory bunting were created. We encouraged participants to move into the Aurora Room to view the 150th display and to participate in other activities such as the ringing of the newly restored Church Street School bell and the other activities that were happening throughout the center. More highlights. 2013 was our inaugural full season of summer child half-day workshops. We received our very first Young Canada Works in Heritage Institutions federal grant, and this enabled us to hire a local university fine arts student, and she created and delivered arts-infused programming for children aged 4 to 12. We also hired a second local art student to assist in July and August. Culture Days, this national initiative that promotes free cultural activities to take place across Canada on the same weekend, has provided a wonderful opportunity for the Cultural Centre and the Aurora Cultural Roundtable to partner together over 3 days. We share marketing resources, coordinate activities, and promote each other's events over the weekend. At the center, the free activities included a filmmaking workshop in partnership with the Multimedia Film Festival of York Region, a community collaborative art project working with encaustic landscapes, and artist-led walk and talks throughout the center. Our Community as Curator program, this is a community project that has evolved to highlight and celebrate the histories of local businesses, organizations, and people. The displays are created and mounted by the participants, and this allows for a unique and personal viewpoint. Each display often brings with it an exciting collection of artifacts and archival materials that have never before been presented to the public. We also expanded our specialty instructional programs in 2013. Due to a desire to further enhance learning opportunities at the center, we grew our programming in 2013 to include level 2 instruction in several classes for the first time, and also we created some specialized workshops such as moving from realism to semi-abstract acrylics and printmaking for the first time, among others.
Thank you, Laura. So great programming throughout the year, and what you'll see in the next slides is an overview of what that meant for the business of the center. Second straight year of over 25,000 visits. Fantastic year in terms of visits for us. We started the year down. We started the first quarter down by 18% and made up the rest of it throughout the entire year. Laura did a great job filling the center over the summer with fantastic summer programming, and we closed the year really, really strongly in the fourth quarter with fundraising events and more of the programming highlights that you saw earlier. Again, to hit over 25,000 visits for the second straight year. One of the big highlights for the year was the signing of our agreement and our lease that happened in the first quarter. So that was really important for us. The very first quarter was there was a little bit of an uncertainty that surrounded the center, which all went away when this was done. So we were very happy to have done that in partnership with everyone around the table. I'll get into this a little bit more later, but the pie for overall revenues is growing, and what it is that the Cultural Center is contributing to that pie is also growing. And so we'll get into that in a second. So it's a very positive picture. From a transparency and accountability perspective, this was a major kind of emphasis point for us this year. We have no less than 8 areas of transparency and accountability to point to. First is council and the town oversight, public oversight. There's oversight of the center through various third parties, including the federal government, and accountability to our grant providers. We've been also we've started our public meetings. We had 3 of them this year. We've got 4 coming up for this coming year, and we've put a number of documents online on our website, available for everybody to see. They're updated every month, so that was new for the center. Something we've been excited to get out there, and something that we've committed to and continue to commit to over time. So that was a big point for us to deal with this year, and I think we delivered well on that. In terms of third-party oversight, 4 levels. The CRA looks at our books from a year-to-year basis. Charities Directorate is another third-party oversight body that we work with. We subject ourselves to an external audit, and you see our audited financials every year. And now we have another body called Imagine Canada, which is a third party that accredits the best kind of charities throughout the country, and we're very happy to have been accredited by them this year. So in terms of awards and recognition, we were accredited by Imagine Canada. We won a Trillium Foundation grant, which we'll get into a little bit of that later. And we are finalists for Voluntary Sector Reporting Awards 2013, which is related to the governance of the center. Ignite has selected us as a partner. Did you want to talk a little bit about that, Laura?
Thank you. In 2013, the Center applied for and was granted status as a TO25 Ignite community partner. This is an outreach initiative on behalf of the Toronto 25 Para-Pan American Games with the view to exciting the communities around the GTA and beyond about the people, sport, and cultures of the participating nations of the Pan American Games. These games will be the largest multi-sport event in Canadian history. They will welcome over 10,000 athletes, coaches, and officials over the summer of 2015. The Centre will ignite our Family Day celebration this year with a free Family Day fiesta. The main event will be a demonstration of the Brazilian martial arts and art forms. Other activities will include a musical demonstration and art projects. And this will be just one of the first of a number of Ignite celebrations and partnerships planned by the Centre in the coming years.
Thanks, Laura. So a number of really great relationships have also been built throughout the year. You can see them surrounding that kind of that center circle for us. We wanted to make this a big priority for ourselves this year, and we worked really hard to try to find different partners to work with. Just as Laura mentioned, Ignite and Imagine Canada. We spent a lot of time working with business partners. We established a Friends program, and we worked a lot with town staff, with council members, with businesses in and around town. When you add that to the artists, musicians, and instructors that we work with, and the cultural organizations, you can see that we spent a whole lot of time and energy building our relationships this year. And all that has allowed us to present to you very favorable KPI results. This year was a benchmark year for our KPIs, key performance indicators, and we'd like to present those to you tonight. We run a customer sat survey every year, and this year we scored 95%. Good, very good, or extremely good with respect to the quality of the Centre's programs and services, and that was one of our KPIs, quality. The next one that we scored on was based on mix. We want to make sure that the mix of programming is something that appeals to multiple audiences, and I think we scored quite high on that as well, 85% satisfaction level, satisfied or extremely satisfied with the mix of programming at the Centre. And those programming highlights that you presented, Laura, are testament to how varied those kind of programs are, and that number there was very satisfying to us as well to deliver on. 83% were satisfied or extremely satisfied with the overall governance of the Centre, which was another key point for us to work on this year. So we're happy to have delivered on that number as well. One of our key performance indicators is about how much we're spending on programming versus total spending. So we're happy to report that we're in and around the 65 to 70% range on programming, which is a very good benchmark from an industry perspective. We're over-delivering on that relative to others, so we'd like that to continue in that direction. Nearly a third, that is, of our workforce hours come from a dedicated team of volunteers, and this cannot be understated. These people come out to all of our events. They man our exhibits. They welcome people in and out of the doors. We couldn't function without the wonderful volunteer staff that give their time and effort to this Centre. So we want to thank them, and we want to thank them over and over again. This is a summary table which we've provided in your package of all of our key performance indicators, the first four of which I've already mentioned. The town grant as a percentage of total revenue is 61%. That's a wonderful number compared to where we were before, and I've got a chart to show you on that, so just hold that thought for a second. The programming spending is there, 69%. Programming hours per capita, 0.05. Town grant per capita is You can see there it's $6.50, so we think that's money well spent relative to many other institutions within town. 37 partnerships, but I think that number is underreported because it doesn't include the artists, performers, instructors, all those people. Those are all our partnerships as well. So that number, I think when you include all those, is going to be much, much higher. Talked about volunteer hours and number of visits annually, over 25,000 again. So it's been a very good year from a numerical perspective for the center. So we want to thank everybody for all of that. So 2013, great year. 2014, what do we have in store? I'll take you through the budget in a second, but wanted to go through our initiatives. So the initiatives are directly related to our 5 goals. First one is to continue on great programming. We want to grow music. Music has been a big draw for us. In the beginning, we weren't sure how it was going to do, and we now know it's an anchor portion of our programming, so we'd like to put more into it. We want to plan more programming in response to surveys, so be a bit more scientific with our programming. In addition to the great gut feel that the center's staff has, we want to add to that with a bit more scientific kind of background, and partnering with the Aboriginal community for major exhibits and programming. And I think Laura talked a little bit about some of that stuff. Number 2, partnerships and relationships. That's going to continue to be a great focus area for us. Ignite, the cultural roundtable here in town, big priority for Aurora. We want to continue to be part of that. And we want to continue establishing new partnerships and sustaining current ones, especially with the business community. So you'll see more of a focus on that this coming year. 2014 is going to be an important year for our fund development team and our fund development plan. We've secured a Trillium grant, which is earmarked to allow us to hire a fund development officer. And that will allow us to bolster that area of our business and internalize it. Right now, it is not an internal part of our business, and it's something that we want to internalize, make more formal, because we think that will add to the overall picture. And, of course, increasing programming revenue. It's been a great kind of growth engine for us. We want to continue doing that. Oops. What did I do?
Thank you very much for your presentation.
Thanks. Thank you. Don't move. Linda's telling me not to move. There we go. Yeah. Thanks, guys. Pressed the wrong button. It's amazing. It took till now for me to press the wrong button. Number 4, this is all about governance, so we want to maintain our accreditation with Imagine Canada. We've actually been chosen to present as part of as an example of an organization that's doing what Imagine Canada wants all charitable organizations to do, so we're flattered by that, and we want to represent the town well when we do that. So that's going to be a major focus for our governance team. We want to monitor our compliance with respect to our agreement with the town, with the CRA, Imagine Canada, and with Trillium, because Trillium is also quite, they're quite tight with their standards, and so we need to make sure that we're following all of the rules there as well. Number 5, we want to focus on putting together a really good communications plan and increase our marketing initiatives. In our KPI chart, which was a few slides back, that's actually the one number that is not in the 80s or 90s. It's in the 50s, that awareness portion. So we think we have a lot that we can do there. We know that we have a lot that we can do there, and that's something that we want to continue to invest in. You'll see how we're going to do that.
It's telling us we have to speed up.
Yep. So here's our budget. First thing to look at, it's balanced, right? Nice. Second thing to notice is that our earned revenues, we're putting a target on ourselves to grow our own earned revenues by 21.3%. We're looking for a town grant. We're requesting a town grant increase of $7,000, 1.89% more. Total revenues will grow by 8.7%. Our personnel costs will grow by 14.5%. We're bringing on people that are contractors, and we're bringing them into our staff because that's a CRA requirement for us. And we're also bringing on a long-time contractor as a full-time person because she's been doing such a great job and will power a number of different objectives that we have for the year. Our objectives, our other expenditures, you know what the cost of living has been like. We've been able to hold steady on many of these expenditures at 1% by driving down a number of areas of expenditures, administration, professional fees, fundraising costs, etc. We're going to drive those down significantly to keep that number in the 1% range, keeping our total expenditures at 8.7%, which matches our revenue growth, which keeps our net at 0. Our base pressures, talk to you about salaries and benefit increases. Programming expenses, we're going to be doing more programming, better programming, and obviously we're going to be investing more into it. Insurance costs are going up. We're going to offset that by increasing our own earned revenues. I mentioned that we're growing our own earned revenues by 21%. That amounts to $42,000 that we're putting on ourselves as our growth target, against which we're comparing that with the town grant request, which is $7,000 in comparison. Office expenses, we're going to be finding $3,000 of efficiencies. Professional fees, $7,000 of efficiencies. New items for 2014, we are investing more into marketing. We'd like to invest even more than this throughout the year. We'll see how that goes. But clearly we can do a better job getting the word out, and we encourage everybody here to be part of that kind of bandwagon. And we're also going to be investing in a center-wide intercom system, which is a leasehold improvement. You'll see that in our capital portion in a second, $20,000. Our Trillium grant, just wanted to talk about that. That's for a fund development and social media officer, and it's a dedicated grant. It's not an operating subsidy or an operating grant. It's dedicated for that purpose. Trillium's asked us to make sure that it goes to that, so it's not going to be part of our operating budget in any other way. And it's to internalize fundraising, make it become part of business as usual. And it's critical for hitting our aggressive fundraising goals and to build off of our Year One Friends program. Some people have asked us about our net assets. This is what it looks like. Our total net asset picture is just over $250,000. 120 of that is it's the red portion, is for our contingency reserve. That used to be $100,000. We put $20,000 behind that this year. That number, we'd like it to be the 6-month range. 120,000 is equated to about 2.8 months range, so we'd like to continue to bolster that as the years go by. We have the next portion is the 42,000 number, which is a donor-restricted asset fund. So donors have provided money for the center, and they've asked for it to go to specific areas. So that's for music and other programs, right? Yes. Yeah. And so that's the 42,000. We don't use that for anything except for what it is specifically earmarked for. The 20,000 above it is the capital reserve. We talked about that in this year is for that intercom system. And then the next portion above it, that orange portion, is the contingency reserve. That's the one that kind of fluctuates up and down. It's kind of our till that we run the operations with month in and month out. And then we have our fixed assets, chairs, all that kind of stuff. So that's worth $30,000. It's been depreciating over the years. And so when you put all that together, that's the $257,864. I just want to make sure that we got in front of that question. Put that up there. So that's our budget and how it relates to our capital and our net assets and our Trillium grant. Trillium grant is $72,900, and it's not part of this. So putting that budget in terms of in light of trends, kind of being conscious of time, we've got a really great picture as it relates to our own earned revenues as a percentage of total. So when we began, we delivered about 10% of total revenues through our own earned revenues. Now we're very proud to say that in 2013, we thought that it was going to be in the 35% range. It's going to end up being in the 39% range. So we overperformed on that one. And we're looking at 2014's budget is built on a 45-ish number. So that's a really healthy curve. Love looking at that. Almost as much as I love looking at this, which is that as the years go by, you can see that the Each of these pies, to us, represents the kind of size of the market for cultural services in Aurora. As the years go by, more and more people want to participate. They're kind of voting with their feet, and they're also paying for programs. And so, as you see, our overall revenue number goes up from year to year to year, but our overall earned revenue contribution to it has also gone up from year to year to year. So, we're very proud that that is the way that the market is going, and we're very happy that we can contribute more to it as the years go by. Town grant as a percentage of total revenue is the converse of 2 slides ago. So as we've delivered more, the town as a percentage of total has had to provide less. So that's a really nice kind of chart to look at. You can see that it's the inverse of 2 slides ago, what that relationship is. Town grant as a percentage of total expenditures is also going in the right direction. Town grant is that we're looking for this year is 377. You can equate that to roughly the salaries number, which is 372. So the way we look at that is if we can have that kind of base stability fund, it allows us to do everything else that we need to do to deliver really exciting programming, to make those pies go in the right direction, and to make these graphs all go in the right direction. Programming expenses as a percentage of total, we'd like to see that in that range. 64-ish is kind of an industry best practice. We're at the 69 end, so we're over-indexing on that. We like that, how that looks. We don't know that that'll be the case every single year, but this past year it's been great, and 2014 is built on it being equally great. So trend highlights, everything's going in the right direction. Growing revenue pie, growing share of the revenue pie is delivered by the center, favorable trends in programming to total expense ratios. So in summary, wanted to thank you for a year of unprecedented success. Every which way we slice it, it looks like it was a great year. Solid strat plan, methodically executed, really strong community support, which is showing in the KPI numbers. All trends are moving in the right direction. Qualitatively, I think we've done what it is that we've been expected to do from a transparency, governance, and accountability perspective. And I think everyone can be proud of what they've done to help make this a success this year. We certainly are. 2014 and beyond, 21% increase in earned revenue we're looking at, 1.89% increase by comparison that we're looking and requesting for the town grant. We're looking to continue our economic contribution, both in our own tickets sold and our events sold, but also in spillover and repatriation. So people that don't have to go downtown to see great people come and perform in their own backyard. Growth and partnerships is going to be a big portion for us, supporting community endeavors and groups like the Roundtable and so on. That's a big focus area for us, as is the Fund Development Officer. With growth comes pressure on limited staff resources, so we're going to need to invest more in that, which is what you saw in the staff area. And we want to continue to grow in terms of marketing and advertising in order to beef that 53% number up. So, the reason to do this, just to close this out, is, the reason we do this is to contribute to the quality of life in our own hometown, and we'd like to close off with a few quotes. The Cultural Center enthusiastically collaborates with community members, youth, and organizations, and they welcome community input and ideas. Like that one. And I'm trying to advance the slide, but it isn't liking me. Linda's telling me to wait. I got like 5 slides and we're done.
Do you want to read the quotes off of here?
Oh, Linda's getting me to the right spot. There you go. Perfect. What comes to mind when you think of culture in Aurora? The Cultural Center does. Another great quote. You guys are doing incredible things for this town. This is my favorite quote of them all. And we fully appreciate how the center is contributing to the quality of life in our town. So, really great feedback from the community. Been a great year. We look forward to doing more and to taking it to new heights with your support. Thank you for a great 13. Warm wishes for a great 2014. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Frank and Laura. We appreciate your presentation. Council, Linda, if you could put the motions up. Once again, I'll get both portions on the floor that we receive and that we refer the final approval to the entire 2014 operating budget by Council. Councillors Peary and Thompson. Thank you. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of questions, but if there is, you might want to take a seat if you're getting tired. Otherwise, you're free to stay there. Councillor Peary.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and thank you very much for your presentation this evening. 3 quick questions. For the 85% of program satisfaction, did you capture what else people could be looking for or are looking for?
We not in that particular survey, but we do have surveys out at the centre all the time where that is a question that's poised, and we do receive those and respond to them.
Perfect. I noticed that the earned revenues are up by 21% when you compare 2013 budget to the 2014 budget, but the actuals, that number shrinks down a great deal. Do you think that there's an opportunity to reach higher than the earned revenues as described? Or do you think that that's probably a fairly accurate cap for this year, because you guys did very well in 2013 compared to what you budgeted for? So are you anticipating going a little bit higher in 2014 or much better, and you're just sort of being conservative?
No, I can tell you that every number that we've presented to you is one that we feel is accurate to the best of our knowledge, although I would emphasize that we are always trying to create new initiatives to grow revenue.
Thank you. And last but not least, maybe I've just missed it along the way. You guys don't have a Twitter account, do you?
The Fund Development Officer has a secondary position. It's actually Fund Development Officer, Social Media Officer. So as part of our rolling out our fundraising positioning, we feel that creating and growing a social media aspect to that will help with fund development, but also in our community engagement.
Yeah, and I think that's a great direction to be going, so thank you.
However, yes, I do have my own Twitter. No, okay.
I've got Councillor Thompson, Councillor Gardner.
Thank you, Laura and Frank, for presentation. It was great, and also for all the board members coming out. It looks like you have almost a complete complement of board members tonight. Just a couple quick questions. One about the Trillium Grant, and no, it's not about it being an operating or anything, but it's really just around the Fund Development Officer. So is this just a one-year contract position, or is the Trillium Grant extending for multiple years for this position?
It's $172,000 over 36 months. So it is a 3-year contract that it would be our desire, if everything went well, that we would be able to keep that person on in some capacity after that if it's a great success, the success we would like it to be.
Great, thank you. And then the second one really is going back to one of your earlier slides with regards to the Voluntary Sector Reporting Award. Can you just explain that a little bit more, and what it entails and how you came about to be a finalist?
Yes, this is known as the most prestigious award in the charity sector in Canada, and it's moved this year from a provincial initiative to a national initiative. It's based on our annual report, the way we report to the public on our governance, and also it includes our audited financial statements, the clarity and accountability in our reporting of our year's operations. So last year was our very first annual report, and we did a very good job of it, and we presented it, and only a certain number were followed through to be adjudicated. We met that benchmark, and then we were adjudicated. We're one of 3 in our sector, which is under revenues under $1 million. And we have a 1 in 3 chance that we might win that sector. And that luncheon is in Toronto on February 7th. And we'll know at that time if we succeed. But nevertheless, we will be awarded a plaque and will have been recognized by our peers and an adjudication panel.
That's wonderful. And congratulations on a successful year. And it's really great to see all the wonderful things that are happening. So thank you.
Councillors Gartner, Gallo, and Humphreys.
Thank you very much, and it is a great success story. With the customer recognition and awareness, how is that measured? And I'm assuming it's everybody who comes into the center from Aurora and elsewhere?
In this particular case, it was our end-of-year customer satisfaction survey. So it went out to the people on our e-blast list and who are our customers. It's a KPI that's enshrined in the agreement as such, and it was the response from that survey.
And these would be people from Aurora and elsewhere?
Yes, but what it was, the question was asked, how do these people feel the community recognizes the Aurora Cultural Centre, not how they recognize it?
Thank you. I'm glad you're going to work on that one.
Yeah, I mean, but if I may, that is that aspect of awareness. You have to kind of look at that and say also there is a great deal of professional awareness of the center now, and it's happening outside of Aurora. And there's becoming more and more attention paid to the center, in the areas of governance and, proper leadership, all those kinds of things, and what that means for Aurora as well. So there's kind of the customer-based awareness, which we need to improve on, and the kind of professional-based, kind of provincial awareness, which I think we're doing really well on.
Thank you. Follow-up. And certainly the quality of the people who are coming, who are choosing to perform at the Cultural Centre is amazing.
Thank you, Councillor Gartner. Councillors Gallo, Humphreys, and Ballard.
Thanks once again. You guys never cease to amaze. I hear nothing but great things in this community about the centre, and it's a huge thank you to the board, to the staff, and all the great things that you do. Unfortunately, I haven't had enough time in my schedule to be able to attend to many of the events that I really wanted to attend, but I will commit to doing that in the next year. I had a bunch of questions, but your presentation was so long it answered almost all of them.
I was waiting for that. It was so long.
Almost all of them, except for one. Just in terms of the overview, and I appreciate the year-to-date actuals, by the way. And it's showing a surplus there, or at least an estimated surplus. And I realized you probably haven't closed your books yet, and you don't necessarily know what that number is going to be. But just to give me a sense of what happens to those surpluses? Do they go into the reserve, or what do you end up doing with them?
So the surplus, part of it's going to go into the reserve. We want to try to get that to where it's been recommended to be. So we're adding 20,000 into that for this year. And the other portion that it's going to go into is
the leasehold improvements.
Yeah. But there's also another portion, which is the last portion of the pie, which was related to it was earmarked for music programs and
restricted.
Yeah, the donor restricted assets. That's about 13. Yeah. So that's where all that's going to go. So the donor restricted assets are earmarked for something that they've asked for. The contingency reserve is frankly not going up as much as fast as we'd like it to go up. And the capital reserve of 20,000, like we say, is a leasehold improvement that will stay with the building and improve its usefulness over time.
Those are the intercoms.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks once again.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillors Humphreys and Ballard.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you so much for your presentation tonight. It was fantastic. It just delivered everything, and lots of the questions were answered here, and I can't thank you enough for all the hard work and just how amazing the Cultural Center is providing the items for our community. I'm really disappointed I missed Pat's decline. I wanted to be there so bad, but couldn't make it. Just quick questions. KPIs. Did you create those on your own, or was it a collaborative effort? I love them. They're fantastic.
It was very much a collaborative effort. We went through multiple iterations, and it was part of the development of our agreement. It was part of the ad hoc committee that preceded the agreement and was finalized at the agreement and then worked on throughout the year as part of the budget.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Just a quick question as well, and thank you about the social media role, the fund development and social. Perfect. Like, so on the mark. It's so right. So really appreciate you guys going that direction. It's just going to get better and better. There was a mention of music mix a little bit. Do you have any idea what that means? Just curious, because I know you've delivered a fantastic array from our perspective, but just wondering what you're
So
getting.
no, we haven't booked the Rolling Stones this year. I'm sorry.
But I can
I'm really
tell you
sorry.
what's coming up. So
This year.
I happen to have some information for you. Just some of the things that are coming up. We have Judy Marshak Quartet on Valentine's Day. So that's Manhattan's 1950s Manhattan cabaret jazz, bit of a coffee house style. We have, we're opening our Great Artist Piano Series with the wonderful Moshe Hammer on violin, along with Angela Park piano, and we have another duo coming up, and then we're closing this series with the world-famous Jane Coop, Canadian pianist, coming back for a second time. John Sheard's next concert is going to be awesome. He'll be bringing a female vocalist with him, Tara Hazelton, and we say step into the magic of the 1940s from Hoagie to Ella, a stunning jazz theatrical chanteuse. And then a really fun event that we're really proud of, that has also been sponsored by Meridian Credit Union, is Le Vent du Nord, and this is a Québécois kitchen party, and these are a Juno award-winning band. They have all kinds of really interesting, crazy instruments. So we go from classical to Manhattan to Québécois kitchen.
Wow, thank you so much to you, Mr. Mayor. That's fantastic. I can't thank you guys enough for reaching out and having this such a creative program ahead of us. And just two more things in one comment, really quickly. Ignite Canada, you were awarded this? Sorry,
Imagine Canada.
Imagine Canada.
Yeah,
sorry.
we were. It was quite a lengthy process. We're part of the same league that the Children's Wish Foundation and those kinds of charities are part of. So when you look at the governance of leading Canadian charities, you can rest assured that the Cultural Centre that you invest in is also bound and has been accredited by that same body as kind of being watched over by that body.
And I would just say that this round, over 75 charitable organizations applied for accreditation, and only 24 across Canada made it, and the Cultural Centre was one of them.
Well, thank you so much again, through Mr. Mayor. Really proud of that. Thank you for all your hard work, and it's really, really being evident and coming to fruition. Just congratulations on your Trillium grant as well. I know those are not easy to win, and I believe it was probably one of your first that you've written for the Cultural Centre.
Actually, I'm proud to say it's our second Trillium grant. We have one in operation right now, which is a partnership with Theatre Starts, the playwright Springboard, and this year is its final year as we start up the second Trillium grant this year. And in this round of applications, over $30 million of applications were applied for, and there was $11 million to grant, and we were one in the group of $11 million.
Again, fantastic. And last but not least, I come from a family of entertainers, musicians, singers. It stops here, but it's all around me.
Are you trying to get a gig?
I'm just wondering if I can. No. But my family comes from outside of our, Caledon East, Orangeville, and they are very, very familiar with the Cultural Centre and have come often and have actually performed as part of band members there in the last several months. I'll chat with you about who they were, but they are amazed and honored just to be there and just love, first of all, the building, the architecture of the building, historical nature of it, but plus just the quality of performers and the events that you host there. So it's really great to hear that when I'm at a family engagement and they're talking about our cultural center in Aurora. So I want to thank you very much for that.
That's great feedback. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Councillor? I think Councillor Humphreys was hoping for a music split of 45% country.
Yeah. We can
45%.
We'll chat after.
40. I think she's hoping for 45% country, 45% Western, and 10% some other stuff. So, Councillor Ballard.
We've only just begun. So.
It just goes back and forth from spot to spot.
I've left my notes behind, but first I wanted to thank you for the very detailed presentation, and it did answer an awful lot of questions that I think we had around the table. A few comments. I'm really pleased to see the emphasis on governance, transparency, KPIs. Very pleased with all of that, and I think it gives everyone great comfort. And I'm delighted to see that the original philosophy, the original model of increased earned revenue offsetting the operational budget seems to be working and working well. The question I would have with regards to that, there is a line of the $66,000. Is that where you want it to be compared to, say, back in 2010? Are you slightly ahead, or is that what was projected for 2014?
Councillor Ballard, I'm trying to orient myself around the 66,000 programs or
Would you mind
fundraising? You mean?
Fundraising. Yes.
Yes. 66,000 is a number that we went back and forth on to see, because you have to remember the fundraising aspect of our business has been run by our volunteer staff, our volunteer board, not partially but fully. And it's not been an internalized part of our business. So every year has been, what do we think we can do this year? And what do you have time for, Karen? What do you have time for, Frank? What do you have time? So that's kind of been the science behind it. So, and we've taken past year's performance. Every year we get better because every year we have more data. So 66 has been kind of the culmination of the first 4 years of our business. In 2010, to answer your question, I don't think there was a view as to what that number could be. I think there was a hope that programming could grow, and that there was a hope that fundraising could one day be part of what we do. And I think this year is the year that it actually can happen.
Okay, thanks. I think that's sort of what I was looking for. I know that there was a vision early on in the original plan in terms of earned revenue and where we wanted to go, and then we hit a few bumps along the way. And I just want to make sure that we're, from your sense, that the centre's back on track, I hope. And it looks like it is.
And as it relates to overall earned revenues, not just fundraising, as it relates to overall earned revenues, which is in the $240,000 range, because that's programming and all that kind of stuff. So all the revenue that is outside of the grant, that is a very healthy number. That surpasses where we thought we were going to be that far, kind of that long ago.
Very good. And just a final comment. Nothing tickles me more than when I'm in another municipality, even outside of York Region, and it's happened twice this past year, and I've heard people talking about the centre without knowing that I'm even from Aurora. And it means that they're coming to Aurora, they're participating, they're spending money here, and I think part of that redevelopment of the downtown core that's key. So great work, and I dare say that the recognition that the centre receives in town continues to grow, And all the time I'm talking to people about the center who are now, haven't just heard about it, but are now going and are quite thrilled that it's in Aurora. So good work to the board, staff, and great work to the 32% of the time that is dedicated by volunteers. That's a phenomenal number. So good work on that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor.
Thank you for your time this evening.
Anybody else? Just a couple of points. I was at the high school, the Aurora High School show again this year, and we had some chuckles with respect to the previous year. And still, for me, the show that's put on by the high schools, because I know that other high schools go in there, are really probably the prime motivator for me with respect to the Cultural Centre, for the opportunity it gives for these students to present in my opinion, a world-class organization with the incredible talent they bring is just phenomenal. A little darker this year than it was last year, I thought, but, except for the student who was walking around in the duct tape suit. That was pretty interesting. But it's just a fantastic opportunity. So we certainly thank you for working with the high schools, with or without some potential labor issues, to help them put that together, because it's fabulous for them. It's such a great opportunity. My daughter used to do that when it was over, the show was over at the Board Center, and this is just such a nicer location to do this. And congrats on working with us to get through the lease. And that's all.
That was a great team effort.
Yes. That's one way to put it.
That's the way I'm going to put it.
And congratulations on the Imagine Canada. That's not easy to get. There's foundations that have been around, like the South Lake Foundation or the Conservation Authority Foundation, have been around for decades, who are working towards things like that. So getting this is really, I'm not sure that people really quite appreciate the feather in your cap to get that. I did have a couple of questions. The attendance dropped slightly, but it did drop a bit. So could you possibly speak to that? It dropped not much, about 300 people, but if you give us a sense, why do you feel that you're hitting a number where you're maxing out in terms of people that can come through on exhibits?
Yeah, I mean, we looked at that number, and we continue to have our own friendly debates. My key debater, because there's a finite aspect of a building. There's a size related to it. There's the number of hours it's open. There's the number of people that staff it. There's fatigue. There's all that kind of stuff. So we throw that around and say, have we maxed out? Have we maxed out? I don't think we have, because the first quarter of the year we were down by almost 20%. That's significant for us. And that was the first quarter that was related. The only thing I could think of that it could have been related to was the uncertainty that was surrounding the center with respect to its deal, and maybe you can talk to economic kind of pressures. People have other things to spend money on, etc. But then the subsequent 3 quarters, Laura and her team killed it. I mean, they just brought in more and more and more people, which suggests to me that if that other quarter was somewhere where we usually want it to be, we would have actually surpassed that number. We also had the Aurora room and all that kind of stuff. We had to. We lost a major rental. So, but we made up for that throughout the year with smaller rentals throughout. So, what you'll see with the team is that they're extremely adaptive, and that kind of dipped down. And the aspects surrounding it hopefully won't be there this year, and hopefully that'll mean that this year we'll do at least as well as we did last year and the year before.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for coming out. Council, the motion on the floor, we need to modify it just a bit to specifically refer to the dollar amount. Now, the dollar amount that's requested by the centre is $377,000. I believe that Councillors Peary and Thompson moved and seconded. If you are amenable to just modifying it to put those numbers in there, that's great. And I'll remind you that is based on the revised presentation and operating budget sheet that we got from the Cultural Centre tonight. So if everybody's good with that, that is the motion. All in favor? Contrary? That is carried. That was unanimous, Madam Clerk, as was the first one. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Thank
Wait, you still have to stay.
Thank you very, very much.
Come on, you got to stay and show your support for the Historical Society that's up next. We're just going to wait for a minute, okay, because we have a couple of people who snuck out, I think, to get a bit of a refreshment. Yeah, maybe perhaps just a 2-minute recess, if we could, please. If I could please get people to come back, I'd appreciate it.
Okay, if I could call this back to order, please. We will proceed without Mr. Garvey.
Next up, we have the Aurora Historical Society, their 2014 operating grant representation. Suzanne Reiner, who's the president of the board of directors. Ms. Reiner, welcome.
Sorry. Thank you. I had wanted to congratulate the library and the Cultural Center on amazing presentations. It's a tough act to follow. Congratulations. And I've only got 6 slides, and I'll probably be under 10 minutes. And I'm thinking maybe we'll be out of here by 9, depending. Oops. Let's see. I'm also very pleased to be here tonight because it's an opportunity to present and report of our achievement in 2013, and also any opportunity to recognize the dedication of our staff and our board and our members and our volunteers. Without them, our organization wouldn't be, we wouldn't achieve what we do, and also anything to further the cause of what we do in our organization. So what I'm going to do is first read from the Town of Aurora website the statement in regards to the Prince of Wales Prize that the town was awarded in 2008. In the face of growth and change, Aurora introduced a series of measures to protect heritage buildings and districts, some dating to the early 1800s. Thanks to the dedicated community and strong municipal support for conservation, Aurora has maintained a remarkable sense of history, community, and identity that is unique in the Greater Toronto Area. And I'm saying this is because the Aurora Historical Society has played a great role as one of the commitments of the community as a non-for-profit volunteer group, ensuring that local heritage in the community of Aurora is preserved. And you've noticed, like, Hillary House is often in many publications. All right, why? Why support the Aurora Historical Society? Why support the town should support a National Historic Site? Why should the town support a second museum when it just acquired the Aurora collection? Well, why? To answer your first question, HS is part of the commitment of the community that ensures that local heritage is preserved through collecting, preservation and restoration, education and promotion of this important, the importance of our heritage in our community. So we see ourselves as very valuable and intricate as part of this community for heritage. Why support a National Historic Site? Well, it's only one of 2 in York Region. It's a unique living museum, and speaking with others, this type of house museum, heritage house, doesn't exist often in the province because of the content of what's the grounds itself, the location, how the area has not changed for 150 years, and the contents inside the house itself being that almost 90% of the contents is original to the house, and you don't see that. You see often these heritage houses, they come, they're restored, but they have to bring in all the furnishings and the collections outside because most of the original has been auctioned off. So it's a remarkable legacy from the Hillary descendants who are local doctors who lived, who worked, who played in Aurora for over 150 years. And, you know, what is also amazing is that some of these descendants are still active and they're members and part of the Aurora Historical Society. My third point is, well, why should the town support a second museum when it just acquired the Aurora collection? And, well, the town has always had 2 museums. Maybe we weren't very well as marketing our Aurora Museum at the Church Street School and Hillary House, a National Historic Site. And even it was both owned and managed for until recently by the Aurora Historical Society. Many years our offices were in Church Street School, so Hillary House was being restored. When Churchill School was being restored, we moved our offices to Hillary House, and this is where we started to put the focus more into, this is a museum, and a lot of the community don't realize that Hillary House is not a beautiful heritage house owned privately on Yonge Street. It is actually a museum. And we're working on signage and changing that. Also, too, because our organization, we help drive the economy. We employ staff, we hire local contractors, we hire consultants, we hire professionals, we hire summer students, we hire heritage experts, we hire caterers for our events. We do all our marketing, so we need, printers. We keep part of the economy going. We are a tourist attraction. We are rentals for events. This past few years, we got into more heavily into the filming. We give tours, we do programming, and open space, having 2 acres, a lot of the public come and enjoy the space and outdoor use. We're great PR for the town, as the image on the second slide. Often Hillary House is used in promotional pieces, and it's becoming a very recognizable building on Yonge Street. We provide services for the community and to the town. We supply curatorial services for other organizations, research requests for the town. We support, other organizations, rentals for not-for-profit groups. Another example is the Arboretum uses our property for their tree nursery. We offer unique programs in a unique setting, yoga, our meditations, our geocache. We're educational support. We offer mandatory volunteer hours for co-op students in high schools, co-op student placements, university placements, College Fleming. We enhance the curriculum. This is in the works that we'd like to expand on and continue. We're very much into the preservations and restorations, and our efforts are seen through the $500,000 that was raised in support for the renovations at Churchill School, and over $500,000 restorations that we've done at Hillary House. Because of our organization, we started the Aurora collection, over 16,000 artifacts, and we figured we were talking, maybe Hillary House has maybe over 20,000 artifacts that has yet to be cataloged. So maybe 1% has been cataloged. So Hillary House itself is quite rich. Oops. Without HS, where would these organizations be without the support, the expertise, or the achievements of the society for the last 50 years? The Aurora Museum, we wouldn't be discussing an Aurora Museum because the collections wouldn't have been into our care, preserved for 50 years, that we can pass on to the municipality. Churchill School was our vision to start all the restorations and turn it into the heritage center that is today. And the Sports Hall of Fame, we're on their board of governors, and they're using our services and our expertise to help them with their Sports Hall of Fame. In the package I had handed out earlier this morning, or I dropped off at the town, I think you'll have a better indication of the metrics of our performance for last year and this year. Because on the slide it doesn't show very well. Also, too, I want to speak to the programming, give a little summary of what we've done for the past year in 2013. And I want to stress and make a note that the Aurora Historical Society is a fee-based organization, which means very few of our programs are offered for free. So our revenue is all collected via admissions, programs, memberships, rentals. So this is where we make our money. Some of the events rentals, examples would be like we've done Sunday morning meditations with the Reverend Tracy Cox. Now she's turned it to Thursdays, every Thursday. Mystic Productions, they did a film shoot. They're doing a horror film at the moment. In the past, they've used commercials, and they did Moon Point 2012. Storage Wars Canada used our location, the Parlor Room, Season 1, Episode 10, Crazy from the Heat. It's a really funny episode. The grounds are used for wedding photography, bridal showers, weddings, anniversary, birthday parties. We're actually taking rentals for wedding ceremonies for the spring. The grounds are used for Moshe Yoga, and we're meeting space for community groups. Our adult and youth programming and events, well, we have our educational outreach program into the schools that we want to continue. We have our brownies and guides, tours, activities, elementary school visits, Discovery Days, which in 2013 was every Tuesdays and Saturdays during the month of June, July, and August. We have Evening with Curator series, our Let's Talk speaker series, our Heritage landscaping tours. We participate in Doors Open, Cultural Days, Heritage Week. We did a Haunted Hillary House this year, a Hot Chocolate on the Veranda, Santa Claus Parade, Storytelling by the Fire, which was our partnership with the library. So we've been very, very busy with programming this year. Exhibits, we had 3 exhibits this year at Hillary House. We had 2013 Medical Practices Caring for the Community, which was created in partnership with South Lake Regional Health Center. We also had 20 Delicious Food and Family 1940s, 1960s, which was an intimate look at how food was prepared for all life's occasion. And we did our second Art at the Manor, where 3 artists with juried work were on display. They used Hillary House and the grounds as inspiration for their work. Now, I wanted to make a note for the 2014, the performance measures metrics. The 2013 actual, there is one number that is actually incorrect. I will take full responsibility for that because I typed it in wrong. It wasn't until this afternoon where I'm adding some numbers up and thinking, ooh, this is wrong, because I thought I was really excited for a minute. But actually, if you go down to the 4th row, which is fundraising revenue totals, under actuals for 2013, it reads at the moment 49,590. That number should be 40,589. And I put a 9 where it should not have been. So that brings our numbers down. But we've increased. I don't know if you want me to go through this because in the package you all had a chance to look at all this. Because, we have our revenue and our budgets, and I didn't know if you want me to go through all of this. Yes? Yeah? Okay. We projected to do minimum 7 exhibits. We actually did 20. 2013, we're planning to do 3 of them, and that's because of a reduction in staff. Our collection, in 2013, we projected to catalog 2,500 artifacts. Actually, we've only done 418, and again, this was due to a shift in our prioritization of doing more programming in the event and less of the cataloging. Our collection research requests, we projected we'd be doing 30 of them. We actually did 126 research requests. Fundraising revenue, we projected to bring up $51,000. We're $10,000 short of that, or $11,000 short of that. Unfortunately. Grants awarded written, minimum 7 to be written. We did 5, and we wrote 9 grants. 3 of them are still pending outcome in early 2014. Grant revenue total, we projected $138,000. Our numbers are down to $114,000. Number of programs and special events executed, we projected 25. We actually did 51, so we doubled. Our membership totaled, we projected 791. We only got 251. Rentals to be scheduled, we projected 10. We actually had 25 rentals last year. Our volunteer totals was 305. We estimated it was actually 333. Numbers of sponsors, event donors, cash and kinds, we projected to be 65. We actually secured 80. Individuals reached through our admissions, rentals, programs, activities. We projected to be 3,346, and our total ended up being 4,159. The 2014, you'll see those numbers change. A lot of it's due because of prioritization or staff reduction. Because to staff reduction, you'll see that in my budget that we've reduced our cost to balance to 0, and to do that we had to lay off our staff. But we'll get to that. our audited financial statements is included. And in the package, it's not on the slide. Our operating budget for 2014. Again, I also want to make a note that for 2013, we were, you'll see the number very tiny on the screen. 45,997 were in the red. Well, that money actually comes. It's we used our reserves, so we were using our reserves from previous fundraising dollars. So we're not in a deficit. We're just using out our reserves. So this is where I want to make note that our reserves are the society's previous fundraising efforts, and it's not money that's taken from the town that we're safe, piling up for a rainy day. So this is our own funds that we're using up. We're not using up any of the town's funds, town operating grants. So you'll see that we've increased for 2014. That our revenue we're planning to make $160,000, and our expenses will be also about $160,000 with our net operating revenue of $0. So we'll do that through increasing our admissions and programmings and deliverance of school curriculums, fine-tuning our programs because we had some really great, amazing programs this summer. Some worked, some were more successful, and I think we're gonna focus on those that were more successful than sold-out events. We're going to increase our fundraising efforts. This past year, we only did the one event, which was a ball, compared to previous years where we had several events. So we're going to put the focus more back on with more events, smaller events, and also increase our our sales of incomes through rentals. And we still have a lot of things coming in for 2014 already. And I guess when you see the expenses, you go down to see salaries and benefits. This is where a big reduction, and is that due to our staff. So we want to be more accountable, bring in staff. We realize by bringing staff, reducing our staff, it's going to change how we're going to deliver our programming. We had one staff person several years ago, and we accomplished what we did. And I always had a vision that I knew that if we had more staff, we can improve our service delivery, our community engagement, our marketing. That the community will see more value to us because the things that we've done this past 2 years. I'm so proud of the achievement of our staff of what we've done, and the people who are taking interest. I like to think that the reason why we have now about 8 new individuals who are interested to join our board this year compared to 0 last year is because of all the amazing things that we've done this year, and I think they see a vision of what we can be. So when you do invest in this organization, in a National Historic Site, you have to invest dollars to make dollars. And so I'm a little sad that we are cutting some of our staff down, so that means it brings back the onus back to our board and our volunteers. So, and this is, and maybe people will see that, we don't want this to happen, and they'll get more engaged, and they'll jump in to help us support through financing, through other ways. And hopefully through the town, too, that we're asking $70,000 to help us achieve that, too. So maybe we can hire back that staff to keep our programs running because, we started a continuum, and I hate to see that stop, especially with the outreach with the educator. I don't want to see that stop. If we don't get the money, if we don't get the $70,000, part of that is part of the curriculum delivery program, and we're going to have to let her go also. And I hate to see that happen when we haven't really had a chance to develop that. In conclusion, I'd like to thank the support, the town of Aurora. You guys have been amazing. You have kept us going. You're greatest supporters, and we look towards working with you for 2014 and whatever we need to do and deliver that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Reiner. Appreciate you coming out. Linda, if you could put the motion up on the floor, on the screen, please. As with the other two, if someone would put that on the floor, please. Councillor Humphreys, thank you. Second. Councillor Ballard? Well, there will be a number that goes along with that when we have a bit of discussion, I think. Questions for Ms. Reiner? Councillor Perry? Councillor Gardner? Thompson, over you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you for the presentation. In 2011, you were in a deficit of about 15,000. 2012, that doubled. And comparing 2013 to 2011, it's almost tripled, or roughly tripled. I had suggested last year maybe refocusing your efforts as opposed to trying to expand and do something more. Come back in and think about doing the things that you're already doing and doing them better. I'm not sure that the town's monies would be well invested in this manner this year, and I can't support 70,000. Sorry.
May I respond to that?
There was no question.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. I've got Councillor Humphrey, Gardner, Thompson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you so much for coming out. And I do agree with you that over the last couple of years, I've seen a lot of amazing work coming out of the board, and just seeing Hillary House, almost just from a communication perspective, come up to that next level. And it is a national treasure that we should be respecting and doing what we need to do to support its sheer existence in our community, and being able to encourage more and more focus on it. Just a question. I have a couple of questions, and I may have to come back because I've written a couple of notes for myself. But the reduction in staff, like what role is that? Which one in particular is that going to? What focus will be lost when you lose that staff member? So I'm a bit worried about that, because you are on a roll, and we just need to know the program on how we're going to go into that next level to the return on investment as you. So just wondering what's at risk losing that staff, and I think you touched on it, but just want to know how are you going to plan to fill that gap if they leave?
No, very good question. The one person we let go beginning of January was Nicola, which our curatorial assistant at Min. She, we kind of knew was coming though with her role, particularly because she was tied to the Aurora collection, which we no longer own, because her primary focus was on research requests on the Aurora collection, and so we could not keep her. Her position was eliminated. Our curator, Catherine, and our Alex, our communications assistant, have both been reduced to part-time to share, because it's what you can't reduce one or the other, because we need a curator manager to write all those grants and do the programming, but we need communications also and marketing. So they're both reduced hours, and we also wanted to keep Pam, our educational programmer for our school curriculums. So it was a tie-up, because then it's all more part-time contract. So what it is we're going to go back to just a small step backwards, where where we've been through this before, and it's a lot of the volunteers who are going to step up to the plate. A lot of now with new directors coming on board, and we're internally we're a lot more organized than we were in the past. So I think we should still be able to handle it, and a lot of support.
Good, thank you. If you, Mr. Mayor, just a couple more. And I appreciate that and understanding that. So the impact, has shifted a bit. The part-time, I've been fortunate enough to spend time with the Historical Society yourself and some of the members, and learned a great deal of just how much work it is to maintain a heritage property as it is, and the museum itself. And, disappointed that we can't continue to label the artifacts or catalog them. Very, very important to get that done, and obviously has to take a back seat to some of the other programming efforts you have in order to keep try to keep things moving forward. And I know there's been some challenges, but it's just a real disappointment. I hope that we can continue to somehow. I know your objective for 2014 is labeling or cataloging about 500 artifacts, but certainly a long way to go to get to the 2,500 number. I have a couple of other questions, but I'm going to ask the next person to go on because I'm going to formulate them a bit better. But thank you so much again.
Councillors Gartner, Thompson, Gallo.
The curriculum delivery program, the young lady who was here last week, is she that person who?
Yes, she is.
Thank you. Is there? I don't know if you charge for people taking photographs on the grounds, movies, research requests.
We do. We charge for just about everything. If they walk on the grounds just as a public picnicking, we don't charge them for a fee admissions or taking pictures of Hillary House. But when we do have the professionals, the photographers who come on using the site, they are charged a fee, a rental fee for using the grounds. And we have an indoor charge, an outdoor charge, a ballroom room charge. Using the kitchen facility is a charge.
So you're making money from everything you can.
I would. If it was up to me, I would charge them. You want to use a bathroom? Outhouse is more, $5 for the outhouse, but $2 for the indoor.
So if I want to have, I have to rephrase that. If somebody wanted to have their wedding photographs taken on the grounds,
yes,
how much do you charge for that?
I shall ask Catherine for that. I don't want to misquote and say the wrong fee in case you wanted to.
There's a sliding scale based on, as Suzanne said, depending on what you're using the site for rentals. So the lowest charge is, say, just for the ballroom alone is $40, whereas, say, filming is based on duration of the film and the shoot, which can, and I guess time in terms of, is it an midnight time shift, which would cost us more to staff throughout the night. So that can rank up into the thousands of dollars depending on the shoot and the duration. So really, we do have also a sliding scale for private or corporate rental rates, as well as not-for-profit or individual. So it depends on the type of organization that you are, and so I'm more than happy to distribute the rental fees to you, but it's a range, and it depends on the type of individual and the type of work that work you align yourselves with.
Thank you. And it's competitive with other venues. You've researched that.
We did actually, through Mayor Daw, we did in 2012 environmental scan of rental properties, both national historic sites as well as just historic sites run by municipalities as well as other not-for-profits. So generally speaking, we're in a comfort, kind of competitive, but also mindful that our site presents unique opportunities. So we've done our due diligence through the research, but also considered our own site and its unique factors that contribute to the rental program.
Is the Ontario Medical Association very aware of Hillary House?
They will be.
Thank you.
Councillors Thompson and Gallo.
Thank you for the presentation, Ms. Reiner. And it's great to also see board members for HS out and sticking through all the other ones as well. Just for clarification, the request that you have before us is for $70,000. It's my understanding last year that the grant we only gave you was $60,000. It was $50,000 as the base, and then an additional $10,000 for those outreach programs again. So this year you're asking for a $10,000 increase over last year?
That's correct, because, we would like to give my staff a raise, cost of living. We would like to, update and upgrade our computers, restoration, our furnaces. This year we had the storm with all the branches. We have to look after that because we have to have somebody in arborist to come in to remove all of that damage. So our costs are going up. Inflation is going up. Costs of heating our bills are all going up, but yet we're not getting additional support. We would like to get more support. It's just like, yes, I'd like to give my staff a raise.
I just wanted that clarification because the way it was just sort of worded, it seemed like you were asking for the status quo, and it just, I know that there was an increase over it. Part of that $10,000 is to continue those outreach programs, but in your performance metrics, unfortunately, you're talking about doing less special events and less programming. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Well, that would, when I talk about the metrics for that, is not really attributed to the outreach program. It's more like we did a lot of events this summer, and we realized, for example, some of our discovery days, we did them on Thursdays and Saturdays. Well, Saturdays in the summertime, people are not here. They're gone camping. So maybe what we would do is refocus, because those discovery days were actually very popular. We'd keep it more maybe like a summer program for children, so that when their parents need to put their kids in activities for the week, we could do events like that. So we're going to revisit our programming and concentrate on the successful events that we've done and hone in. And because it takes a lot of energy and a lot of these, because we've already been created, it's easier to recreate them and continue because it's already started. This whole process this summer, we could plan around with the summer students and volunteers and co-ops. So we're going to just hone in and fine-tune delivery of our programs to what works for us, and maybe even enter into more partnerships with our other organizations to deliver some of those programs.
Thank you. And it is true, you are a National Historic Site. Although you are a National Historic Site, it's my understanding that you still don't receive any operating funds from the federal government. Is that correct?
From Parks Canada? That's correct, yes.
And do you still qualify for the CMOG going forward, even though the collection has been passed forward? And maybe, although it's not in your report, for those around the table, how much is the CMOG grant that you receive each year?
16,800, something like that? 16,000.
Sorry, say that again?
About 16,000, approximately.
I think that, I know each year that you've come before us, you've had a little bit of concern with the statements as presented because they continue to show a loss, and we see your reserve fund dwindling, and it's good that you're presenting a balanced budget. Unfortunately, it's through cost-saving measures. Now that you have, based on my calculations, less than $100,000 in your reserves, I mean, what other things are the board engaging in to make sure that it doesn't get any lower?
Oh, difficult question. I think it goes back to 2011 when Council passed that motion to help the Society look for alternative ownership. And we achieved the first goal, which was transfer the collection. I've already started looking into alternative ownership for Hillary House and spoke to the Ontario Heritage Trust. And I'll present my report, I guess, at the next board meeting next week. And because I guess they're just waiting for direction from us on what we're going to do. And there are different, I guess they have different programs available. So we're going to be looking into those programs and see what other sites have done. And they're going to be, I guess, beneficial help to us, I guess. And we'll see where it takes us and what direction it takes us.
And that's great. I think we all, at least myself, want to see the Hillary House continue on and be vibrant and see you turn that corner so that instead of showing a deficit each year on your operating budget, that you're able to start building that reserve fund back up.
Yeah, they're very concerned. They know our numbers also, and they know our situation.
Councillor Gallo.
Thank you, and thank you once again for coming. Most of my questions were answered, other than just a numbers discrepancy on the actuals on page 9 of the report that we got tonight in terms of grants, revenue totals, and the operating budget. It says 114,070 for the actuals for 2013, and the budget says actuals 2013 99,131. I'm just trying to
Okay, I hope I have this right. The 114 is actually what actuals is what the grant was written versus what was actually spent.
Sorry, could you repeat? I didn't get.
Oh, sorry. My treasurer.
Doesn't make any sense.
The 114 would be grants that were written and approved during the year. We take grant revenue into income as we spend the related funds. so that, for example, at the end of 2013, there might be some grant revenue carried forward to 2014. So the one number is the results of our grant writing, and the other one is what was actually used during the year.
So the operating budget, the 99,000, was what was actually used in
Yes.
this? Okay.
Is there another finance question? He should just stay here?
No, that was the only other one, I guess, not necessarily quite major statement, or if there's an explanation. In terms of expenses for fundraising, where you're estimating to spend $15,000 to collect $40,000.
Yes.
Maybe to help me understand that ratio and what we're doing in terms of expense, or what you're doing in terms of expense, to be able to generate that $40,000.
Well, the 15,000, it goes towards the marketing. Like, we're hoping to put on more events to generate funds. I mean, the 40,000, I hope we surpass that. And it's increase of fundraising, awareness, getting revenues, sponsorships, and it all takes money to prepare these little packages. It takes time, and I mean, I just hope that, I mean, we didn't spend that. We've budgeted last year $15,000 for fundraising. We didn't spend that, and the ball alone netted over $15,000. So.
So you spent $12,247?
Yes, we spent $12,000 on our. When I guess with fundraising too, we talk about when we do our annual reports, our annual appeals, our adopt an artifact. All of this stuff has to be, part of the fundraising initiatives.
And the actual revenue was $28 for fundraising.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Councillor Humphreys, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Most of my questions have been answered. So, and from my perspective, it looks like this year is going to be a large focus on what can the AHS can do to try to turn things around. There's probably a lot of opportunities, a lot of discussion that you're going to have at the board level to figure out what that sort of get well plan will be to try to change sort of the pattern of coming a bit short. And I know that it's not for lack of efforts, because there's been so much that's gone on and so much great work. And sometimes when these great ideas and work take place, it takes a few years to turn it around. It's like that with any strong fundraising efforts. The first year, second year, third year, when there's a brand new perspective, it just takes a little bit longer to get moving and rolling. And once you have that perfect balance of those types of focus, you start seeing things coming in to fruition. You build on that. It just takes a while, because I believe all the right things are being done. I mean, the outreach programs, the exhibits that you performed this year that have been more than I've ever seen. The art at the Manors, it was incredible. So absolutely not for lack of initiative and drive. I think there's a lot of it there, and I want to see you guys continue to do that. I support the budget ask this year. I think you need it, and I don't think it's not being well utilized or well spent. I think what it needs to do is just take a little bit of time to focus with the board and really figure out what you can do to take some of the better results of a program that occurred last year, some of the chances that were taken and lose the ball for 2 years in a row. Maybe, as you stated, go back to the smaller events where you get full force fundraising, a lot less expenses to put something of that magnitude on versus something a little less expense, more revenue coming in and fundraising. So I hear you. I do a lot of fundraising and I know what it's like, but again, absolutely not for lack of trying. You're doing an outstanding job. You're reaching out to the community, to the schools. It's so important. It's what we're all about. Hillary House is right where it is. It's just spectacular, and we're honored. Should be honored. I am honored that it's there. So I just want to state that I'm in support of the budget ask this year.
Thank you, Councillor Gardner.
Thank you. The only thing that I have concern with, the young lady who was here was so full of enthusiasm, and she obviously has developed a good program, but as far as I know, none of the schools have accepted that program, at least up to the end of 2013.
That's correct. They haven't committed. I mean, they all want her in the spring, and I don't know if she's, we're being hesitant because we don't know if her job will be there. We don't want to commit because we don't know if we don't get the grant money, we won't have, then we'll have to go back to the schools and cancel. So
I believe we gave you $10,000 last year to hire her and get this in gear.
And the contract, the money, we hired her in the fall, and she developed, her contract ends at the end of February. That $10,000, that's how far it went. So I need an additional $10,000 to continue.
So she was hired in the fall, and by February the money was gone.
She was hired last fall. She did, and she was with us part time, and she developed all the programs. We've been paying her, and that $10,000 only stretched until the end of February this year. So I would like an additional $10,000 to continue that.
Thank you.
Councillor Ballard.
Well, and a good presentation again tonight. Thank you. Thank you to yourself and board members, I know all of whom are volunteers, and to your staff and to all of the volunteers who are critical, especially with this organization, to make sure that it functions. And I think we're all concerned and have been concerned about the fate of the Aurora Historical Society. Well, maybe not so much the society, because I think it'll carry on long into the future. But we are concerned about that jewel on Yonge Street, Hillary House, and I'll be watching and listening and very interested to see what you put forward, what the board comes up with, and where the community goes with that. A quick question I have with regards to last year's grant, because I remember the first couple of years it was a standard $50,000, and then last year we added another $10,000 on it for the school outreach, which I think is, by the way, fantastic. Right? If you're not going to come to the museum has to go to you. And so this year we're taking that base 50 and adding 20 to it.
We're taking the base 50 and add an additional 10, and that 10 would be to help us cost of living increases, or I don't have the percentage of what the additional 10,000 is.
Operating expenses.
Operating expenses, and
then an additional.
And an additional 10,000 would be for our development for education outreach.
Yeah. Well, and I'm certainly in favor of that, because you've just got the ball rolling, and I think if one of the foundations to the ongoing success of the organization is going to be that type of outreach, starting first with schools, and who knows where it will go after that. So. While I do have some concerns, I think this is a really important year for yourselves and for Hillary House, and I am supportive of the ask that we have before us tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor. Any other comments or questions? Councillor
Gallo? Mr. Mayor, it's not for the delegate, but it's related to maybe Mr. Elliott, or I just pulled out kind of what we did last year. So we had that base budget, we increased 10,000, and then we also increased the other 10,000, and we took the 10,000 from council admin, and we took I think from contingency the other 10,000. And if this isn't the appropriate time to ask this, I
think it was only 60 last year.
I'm sorry?
It was one extra 10 from council contingency. Mr. Elliott, do you have that handy, perchance?
It says increase AHS grant to 60,000, and extra 10 came from council admin, and then the other 10,000 came from council contingency. Well, let's get Mr. That's what I'm reading, but I may be wrong.
Mr. Elliott?
Through you, Mr. Chair, my recollection of the 2013 budget was it was a base $50,000, which was a replication of past years, although I think we had rolled back a $10,000 amount for their sesquicentennial events. And then they asked for an additional 10 last year, and council gave that to them and they funded it by reducing their council operating contingency account. So that's where the funding came from to give to the AHS. This year, in the base budget, as I explained earlier in the blue pages, we're sitting at 50 in the draft.
So I guess that's where I was going to go. Is there a plan to make up the balance, and how are we going to do that?
That would be up to us.
If we move ahead with this, what is the plan?
That would have to come from us.
Okay, well, I think we have some time to think about that as well.
Ms. Reiner, I'm sorry, Councillor.
Can I just ask a follow-up question along those lines of Mr. Elliott? And I saw the minutes, and it is reflective that we did say keep the base at 50 and do the 10th. How many years have we maintained that base of 50,000 without any indexing or any increase? As far as I know, it goes back many years.
Quite a while, I believe.
I joined the town in 2008, and it had been in existence for a couple of years prior to that, at least. And there was a time when we were actually paying their curator through our payroll, but that had stopped well before I had arrived. So I would suggest that it's at least 2004 or before.
So
I can't.
10 years is probably a reasonable estimate with no increase.
That's correct.
As Ms. Reiner's indicated, costs have gone up, but yet the base funding has remained stable.
Thank you. Ms. Reiner, one of the things that we obviously struggle with is the fact that Hillary House is a national historic site. I, for some reason, can't get that straight. And yet we can't get any funding from the federal government. And I find that very disconcerting. How do we address that? Do you have any suggestions as to how we address that? I know that we have both talked to our local MP.
Yes.
But do you have any other suggestions? Because I think that we need to be tapping. We all agreed that it's a building that we need to keep and that we need to be proud of. But it's an old building and it's very expensive to maintain.
I totally agree, and this is where I'm hoping with further conversations with at least the Ontario Heritage Trust, when there's another government body helping pushing our cause, maybe they'll give us contacts, additional resources for us to continue, because we have been in communications with Parks Canada, and they sent us an email back saying no, we're not helping. Maybe that's not enough. Maybe we have to go face to face and go actually to Queen's Park or Ottawa and say, we need funding for this. I'm sure that, once we investigate those revenues, I guess it's also as volunteers. I've only got so many hours, and I'm fortunate that I'm available during the day. I'm not working, so I could do that. But a lot of our board members, have full-time jobs. So I think this is something definitely that we do need to investigate. We have to do it this year because. It was alluded to that our reserves are under $100,000 now. So if we keep, running into the red like this, we'll keep eating away at our reserves. We don't want to. We've only got a couple of years. If we don't do something, we have to do something.
So how do we as a council help you achieve that? Because I think everybody here agrees that we need to move forward with this, but we struggle with how do we do that?
Any comments? No? Again, I'm going to, and this is maybe hopefully something through other governing bodies like the Ontario Heritage Trust that we're pursuing, is maybe they have suggestions, because the other natural historic sites and other sites have gone through similar to what we're going through. Some have been successful. I'm also looking into those who are not successful and why, and maybe talk to some people who have names who can open doors. I think it's the people who have the names who can open the doors for us to get that foot into the door to go speak to them. I think that's our first initiative, which is the most difficulty, is just to get someone to speak to us. And if we have a big name, that maybe that'll help open the door and be present at those meetings and represent us.
So I note there was a substantial investment in Bethune House in Gravenhurst.
Yeah.
Substantial investment. So.
Oops, sorry.
And we're just as good as Gravenhurst.
Catherine said she'll speak to that.
Just for those who aren't familiar with the Parks Canada program with the National Historic Sites, is that it runs almost two streams. So there's those sites that are owned and operated by Parks Canada themselves, and those that fall under what I call only designated. And unfortunately, Hillary House is under that only designated stream. And at present, Parks Canada doesn't offer any support towards those sites that are in designation only. Bethune is one of those that is owned and operated by Parks Canada. So internally they have a responsibility, I suppose, to provide that amazing new facility that they've built right beside the historic building. So generally speaking, from my knowledge, Parks Canada isn't in the acquisition business at the moment. However, I mean, dialogue is always important. As Suzanne said, we've tried in the past, and maybe it's time to open up that door again. But traditionally, right now, they don't offer an operating fund. They offer a cost-sharing fund for restoration projects only, and restoration projects that are considered at risk. So it's certainly an area that we'd love to explore with them, but from recent, I guess, past experience, they're not looking to own and operate, and that's where the trust is probably a better angle to take, because they do have alternative, I guess, governance models with their sites under their operation, as well as in partnership with municipalities. So there are options there to explore, but I don't want to say we close the door on Parks Canada, but they do have very distinct streams.
Thank you. I appreciate that differentiation. Any other comments, questions? Councillor Gartner, you've already gone twice. Anybody else? You've already gone. So we need to put a number. Did someone want to put a number to that? Councillor Humphreys, do you want to put a number to that, or did one of you? We need well, we've got the motion on the floor, but we do need to put a number to it. And by the way, the motion is that the presentation be received as revised. Ms. Reiner did give us a revised figure. Councillor Humphreys.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to put in that we approve the budget for their request of $70,000 and refer to final approval of the.
And that was. Would someone second? Well, we already have the motion on the floor, Madam Clerk. So it was moved originally by Councillors Peary and Ballard. No, I'm sorry. My apologies. It was moved by Councillors Humphreys and Ballard. Councillor Humphreys wants to put the number in at 70,000. Councillor Ballard, are you agreeable to that?
I agree with that.
Okay.
I'd just like to perhaps refer to staff at some point so that we can figure out how we're going to fund this. And allow them to be a little bit creative, as they did last year, to see.
Then perhaps you'd care to put offer an amendment to this?
Yep. Whatever the wording is.
But we referred to staff for funding sources, Mr. Elliott. Would that be appropriate wording? 20,000.
Yeah, the additional 20,000.
Yeah. So, Councillor Gallo?
Yep.
You go with that second for that amendment? Councillor Ballard? Comments or questions on Councillor Gallo's amendment? All in favor? Contrary? That is carried. Thank you. Back to the main motion then as amended. All in favor? Contrary? That is carried. Thank you very much, Ms. Reiner. We appreciate you coming up.
Thank you.
Councillor Humphreys.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, I would like to declare a pecuniary interest on this item, as my husband works for the fire department.
Okay, please. If you'd excuse yourself. There is no presentation, as the presentation was already given to us by Chief Lang. So we are just receiving the budget that was already approved. Someone, Councillor Gallo, thank you. Is there a second? Councillor Ballard. Comments or questions on that? Councillor Thompson.
Since there is no presentation, would one member of the JCC committee just give us a quick highlights of some of the initiatives or changes for 2014, perhaps, just to refresh our memory?
One of you two gentlemen help out? It was. Should I ask if Mr. Garby or Mr. Elliott can assist? Mr. Garby?
Through you, Mr. Mayor, there are two components to the fire increase. One is the phase-in from previous years of $140,000. But this budget specifically is basically status quo year over year, with the bulk of the increase being cost of increased in wages.
Councillor Thompson.
I'm just referring back to our last year's budget process. I know that there was some requests for additional staffing. I'm just curious if those additional requests for staffing came back again this year or not, and what sort of the outcome was it? Again, apologize for not giving some advance notice to the members of JCC, but...
Through you, Mr. Mayor, there were additional staff that were requested that were removed by JCC and confirmed by Newmarket Council. This council, if you recall, when they received the budget presentation, suggested that a different configuration for the staffing requests, that we proceed with one of the training officers. And that was not approved by JCC, and that decision was ratified by Newmarket Council.
Thank you, Mr. Garby.
Any other questions? Calling the vote. All in favor? Contrary? That is carried, Madam Clerk. I believe, Council, that covers everything. I'm looking for some knowing nods. Mr. Elliott, could you just update that we have covered everything with respect to...
I believe, Mr. Chair, that we have now completed the entire budget binder. We've adopted at committee level all of the individual departmental budgets. We currently are sitting with a just pop the we're sitting at 3.75% prior to sorting out the funding of this additional $20,000 to the AHS. If we were to levy that on the tax, which is one of the options, because I'm not too sure of what the other options are at the moment, would be 3.81, and that would put us still at 1.99% on a combined tax bill. Is that clear?
No. You lost me on the numbers.
Let's assume the $20,000 additional for the AHS goes on to the tax levy.
Right.
We rest the budget then at 3.81% tax increase on our share.
Right.
And on a combined tax bill, it continues to rest at 1.99%.
I believe we were slightly over 2% when we were at 3.77, or did I misunderstand that?
I think it was just a hair over.
So, what changed?
The percentage, we were at, 377?
Yeah, we were at 377. As I recall, we were at 377 to start.
Yes.
Which gave a combined of slightly over 2. Now we're up to 381 with slightly under 2. It's interesting. Math. Yeah, exactly. It's like the taxes, right? Let's not collect any taxes and we'll make more money.
Sorry, go up again. I can't see the whole thing.
Perhaps it would be best for you to come back to us with some of those numbers.
Yep. I'm looking at 381. Put 381 in here. 381.
Might be best for you to take some time to make sure that...
No, we know where we are.
Okay.
2.02. Thank you for your attention to detail. We missed something. We were faking in the 20,000.
Any other quick comments before we end up this evening? Councillor Perry, Councillor Thompson, pardon me.
Just with regards to that 20,000, I think it has to be on the tax levy. In the past, last year, it was a one-time thing that we were getting into. This year, it looks as though this will be the norm that they're looking for, based on the comments around the table. So I think it makes sense for it to be on the tax levy and not taken out of our discretionary funds or any other funds.
Thank you, sir.
So those are my comments.
Councillor Thompson?
Just in terms of looking back at previous budget cycles, we've had other groups or other requests, and we haven't had them yet. Typically, we've had a request from Smart Commute. Typically, the Arboretum has come forward or not. I thought they were coming forward again this time. So have we had any other requests from other groups, such as Smart Commute or Arboretum, or can we anticipate anybody else coming forward between now and the next budget presentation?
Mr. Elliott.
Mr. Garber just stepped away. I'm
just
fairly
see if you
confident.
can find Councillor Humphreys.
I'm fairly confident that the Smart Commute is in the base budget. We didn't hear from them specifically, nor did we invite them specifically to speak to the issue. With respect to the Arboretum, I believe that we included it in the base capital budget at $50,000. Mr. Downey suggested that was the amount that they needed, and so that went through in the capital budget. And again, without expanding the budget process, Mr. Downey was aware that they were looking for 50, and so we dropped it in at 50, and it's adopted.
And just because, really, if this is the end, we have no more budget meetings until it comes forward to committee and stuff, as opposed to them coming to committee. But your comment, you believe that the Smart Commute is already in the base budget? It's my understanding that we turned it down last year.
Is it not?
No, it's not. It's not in the
I don't think, Mr. Garvey?
Through you, Mr. Mayor, it was not approved last. It was it was deleted last year or the year before. It's not included. It is not included in the base budget.
So my question was, do we anticipate them coming and making a request?
Through you, Mr. Mayor, we have had no communication from them indicating that they would like to come and seek council support.
That's fine. Thank you.
Any other comments or questions? Then, Council, I would think we should entertain a motion to cancel. There was another budget meeting that was scheduled for, budget review meetings were scheduled for February 3rd, 10th, and 24th. Really? I thought it was just next week. So I would entertain a motion, someone put this on the floor to cancel those. Councillor Perry, thank you. Seconder for that. Councillor Thompson. Any comments or questions on this? I think Councillor Ballard, did you have your hand up? Okay. Councillor, I believe Mr. Elliott, did you? No?
Just for clarity, Councillor Peary mentioned the $20,000 should go to the tax base. It may clean things up for our council budget report if this committee is supportive of that to pass a motion to that effect, essentially countering the previous motion that referred it to staff. Is that possible tonight?
I, for one, would like to just mull that over a bit as to where that's going to come from. And I don't think that's a substantial decision. We can make that at the council meeting when this comes. I believe that would be appropriate. Any other comments? Thank you. Councillor Thompson, you had a question.
I guess my only comment is, unfortunately we have two people away this evening. I don't know if perhaps we want to give the public one last time to come forward for consultation prior to presenting the budget. At this point, I don't think Mr. Elliott's going to deviate from his schedule and bring it. He still plans to bring it in March. So maybe for the moment we can tentatively keep the 24th and then see whether or not those other councillors would like another opportunity or try and get the public to come out one more last time, as opposed to them coming to GC and making their comments or making requests or changes. I'm just throwing it out there that perhaps we should just keep one in our back pocket just in case.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Gardner.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Is it coming, if we canceled everything, does it come to a council meeting or
Yes.
Oh, okay, I agree with Councillor Thompson.
Councillor Perry, you willing to amend that then? So we would cancel February the 3rd and February the 10th. And that was seconded by Councillor Thompson. Are you okay with that?
Sorry?
That we cancel just the 3rd and the 10th. Councillor Gardner.
Thank you. Could you, through you, Mr. Mayor, to Mr. Elliott, when is it coming in March?
The current schedule that was included at the launch of our operating
Right.
budget discussions suggested that possible dates for council final approval include February 25 or March the 18th. I believe there's only one cycle in March because of the March break, so that would be March 18. If you wished, I could advance that to February 25. If we're concluded now, February 25 is not an issue for us to get a report together for you. And so perhaps we leave in the 10th and report on the 24th to council, or 25th to council.
It would be the 25th, which is already...
Excuse me, why wouldn't we do it as we generally do with GC and council? Just do it the council before that, the GC before that council meeting for approval?
But this is the way we've done budget for the last 3 years that I've been here. So it does not go to a separate GC meeting. We've already had 4.
If we're trying to give the public, well,
that's-
it makes sense to me, but if
That's what Councillor Thompson's motion would be to, I'm sorry, your comments would be.
I want to amend it. I would like the opportunity to, if we're completed, to bring the final budget decision forward to that February 25th. If that's the case, then I think February 24th is too late, and so I like Mr. Elliott's suggestion that let's keep the February 10th meeting on the docket. That gives the public a last chance to come out, have comment about anything that is in the budget, gives opportunity to other members around the table who are not here or others that are have additional comments, and then it goes to council on the 25th.
So that would be, you're amending the motion then to go to council on the 25th of February for the final approval. Is there a second for that amendment? Councillor Perry.
Yes, keep the 10th.
10th and the 20th. Move the 3rd, move the 24th, keep the 10th, and then move the final budget approval to February the 25th. So the amendment is, first of all, to add the amendment is to move the final budget approval to February 25th. So that's just an amendment. Everybody in favor of that? Just calling the vote. Contrary? That's carried. And then back to the main motion as amended, which is to have final GC on February the 10th and to have the budget meeting on the final approval on February the 25th. All in favor of that? Contrary? That is carried. Thank you very much. Motion to adjourn. Motion to recess or motion to adjourn?
Motion to recess if I want to recess.
Yeah. Motion to recess. Councillors Peary and Thompson, all in favor? Cancel? That's carried.